The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. For today's show, I'm Jake O. Asman. We're talking Jets, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, contract talks. We'll break down the latest, plus a major announcement about this show and the NFL Draft. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby. We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Brees Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go on a Monday, first show on the day. I was traveling back from Houston this morning, so I did not get a chance to do a morning stream, but we're back right now, and we'll be back on our normal schedule for most of this upcoming week. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all who celebrates. Shout out to the Irish for what they do. And ladies and gentlemen, I am excited right now to announce something that we've teased on the program the last several weeks. Our first ever draft watch party is official. We will be at Clinton Hall right in Midtown, 16 West 36th Street. It is located right near Penn Station, right near Grand Central Station. So it is an easy location for everyone to get to, whether you're in the city, Long Island, Westchester, Connecticut, Jersey. This is a great venue. And I have a bunch of epic merch items we'll be giving away, different appearances that will be happening, and it's going to be a blast. If you've never been to one of my events, come to this one. The draft is our Super Bowl as Jet fans. Clinton Hall is a great spot, so I'm excited for everyone to be out there. Look, we know the Jets have the number 7 pick. Who knows what they're going to do? I'll be live doing the show during the actual first round. And you can get your tickets now. It's $30 for a general admission ticket. It includes a free drink, either a beer, wine, or seltzer of your choice. And you get automatically entered in a raffle we're doing that night that already, I could tell you, is going to feature a signed Sauce Gardner jersey, Jermaine Johnson jersey, Nick Mangold jersey. All 3 of those jerseys signed. I'll be giving away an Aaron Glenn jersey that night. If you want to reserve a table, we have limited tables for 4 or 5 people. You pay up front. You can see on the screen there the VIP table reservation. So get your group and come out and have a blast with us. It is going to be an awesome night. So it's $30 for general admission. It means you're in the building. You get to watch the draft with us, have some fun, mix it up with your fellow Asmaniacs, and you get a free drink. The venue's awesome. Plenty of space for all of us. So if you want to go, spots are limited because we're going to sell out. I know this audience very well. Get your ticket today. The link is in the description. If you're watching live, I will put it in the chat. But once again, if you want a reserved table, there's options for your group, either 4 or 5. You'll see all the info on the website. Or if you just want to guarantee your spot, general admission ticket, you're in the building. There are some tables and seats for people that are getting the standard GA ticket. But if you want a guaranteed seat, make sure you reserve a table. All right. We'll talk more about this party leading up to it. I got some awesome guest appearances that will join us that night for everyone who's making the trip. But let's talk about the news in the NFL. The last really 24 hours, we've had 2 major extensions at positions that directly impact the New York Jets. Last night, we saw Jamar Chase and T. Higgins sign major deals to remain with the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look at the details of the contract for specifically T. Higgins, I think it could directly impact Garrett Wilson. Then you had this news this morning when I woke up from my nap on the plane. Derek Stingley, part of the same exact draft class as Sauce Gardner, was picked one spot in front of Sauce. He has signed a new deal with the Houston Texans. And Stingley's deal completely resets the market. $89 million guaranteed, $90 million extension. I don't know why they didn't just guarantee the extra million, but point being, Stingley getting paid here coming off a first-team All-Pro season. Now, let's not have revisionist history, though. Through their first 3 years, Sauce Gardner has made the All-Pro team twice. Stingley has battled some injury issues, and really, since he got healthy at the end of 2023, he's been a shutdown, lockdown, unbelievable corner. And the Texans have paid him to completely reset the market. And what do I mean by reset the market? Because here are the highest paid corners now in football. Stingley at $30 million AAV. We saw J.C. Horn get a deal for $25. That just narrowly edged out Jalen Ramsey, who got $24.1. And if you recall, Patrick Surtain, before the season started, while Darren Muji, by the way, was in Denver, he signed a deal that paid him $24 million per year, and then he won Defensive Player of the Year. So from when we saw the deal that was made to Surtain get signed to now Stingley today, we've had a $6 million increase in AAV. Now, part of it is because the salary cap keeps going up. So it's commensurate with the salary cap. That's part of it. But it's also a sign that the longer you wait, it's only going to continue to cost more. And it's why if you're the Jets, I felt like they should have got out in front of signing Sauce Gardner long term. I'll talk about Garrett more in a moment. But to me, Sauce was the easier deal to do. You look at where the market was, and you adjust accordingly. He's coming off a down season for his standards, but he's still graded out as one of the top 10 corners in the league. And he's better than J.C. Horn, who just got paid. So I think the Jets might regret waiting to sign Sauce in particular, because I think it's an easier deal to do. Now, you could say, well, Jake, should they sign Sauce coming off a down year? I don't know, man. I'm willing to bet on a guy who was an All-Pro his first 2 years, wants to be here, is a leader, is accountable, has openly defended the Jets publicly, talking about how he wants to be part of the turnaround. He's excited for Aaron Glenn. I mean, Sauce has only done and said all the right things. I would have got out in front of it and beat Stingley to the punch by signing him. Now, the one thing we don't know, maybe the Jets approached Sauce's representation. And maybe Sauce said he wanted to wait. We don't know that. But I just feel like the Jets should be proactive with this stuff for once. We finally have players that are worth paying. Let's not wait, because it's only going to cost more. That's what screwed the Cowboys over. They keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and ultimately they cave, cost them way more money, and then they're in salary cap hell. You know, they can't sign big free agents. They lose their own. That's not what you want. And now specifically with Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins got slightly under $30 million per year, and Garrett Wilson's been better and more productive. Now, it is obviously worth noting, T. Higgins has Joe Burrow throwing him the football. Garrett Wilson's had Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, Mike White, Joe Flacco, Tyrod Taylor, Aaron Rodgers. He's had a carousel of quarterbacks. Most of them not very good. But T. Higgins, if you look at what he got, I think Garrett Wilson's going to get $30 million a year now. And look, I think Garrett's a tough contract to do because he probably would say, well, I should be being paid that. Look what I've dealt with. If I had a real quarterback all 3 of my years, look at the numbers I'd put up. So I think Garrett's extension could be difficult, but Sauce's extension should be pretty easy now that Stingley set the market. And I think you could make a case, hey, without knowing all the details, is it possible the Jets were too slow to try and get something done with Sauce? But either way, I do think the Jets will extend both. But I'm not getting rid of either one of these guys. Like, I'm definitely trying to sign Garrett, and I'm definitely trying to sign Sauce. I'm not letting Sauce's quote-unquote down year prevent me from recognizing the talent he still is. You know, this year, Sauce committed 11 penalties. That was a problem. He only had 5 total during his first 2 years. I trust Sauce Gardner to learn from this year, especially with a coach like Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilkes now, and be back to what he was. He's got to improve his tackling. He had a missed tackle rate of 17.5. That, according to PFF, ranked him 80th out of 96 qualified corners. But I'll say this. Sauce wouldn't be the first corner to struggle tackling. Not everyone's Darrelle Revis, who was probably the best tackler at that position I've ever watched in my lifetime. So while Sauce obviously has to be better and has to play up to the standard we saw his first 2 years, I have reason to think that he's still that guy. Because I'm telling you, folks, I covered Derek Stingley in Houston before I left to move back to New York. The problem with Stingley was he couldn't stay on the field. Sauce has been better than Derek Stingley if you look at the body of work through 3 years. Stingley's coming off a great year. And to give credit to Stingley, he takes the ball away. And I think that's something Sauce has to get better at. He needs to impact the game more with coming up with turnovers and interceptions. He also doesn't get targeted as much as Derek Stingley. Because Sauce, to me, is stickier in coverage. That said, it's fair to criticize Sauce for this past year, but I think we go too far when we say he sucks, he's not any good, he's overrated. It's like, you don't know what you're watching. Watch cornerback play around the NFL and come back to me. So I still am firmly in the camp of pay Sauce, pay Garrett, put the captain on the chest. They're the leaders for this team going forward. And prove that by putting money where your mouth is if you're Woody Johnson. Because ultimately, with C.J. Mosley gone and Devontae gone now, and obviously Rodgers gone, who are the leaders on this team? Well, it's the guys going into their 4th year that have been rookies of the year and have been in the Pro Bowl and been all pros. It's Sauce, it's Garrett. Jermaine's a great leader. He's obviously coming off the injury. Who are the leaders on this team? It's Sauce and Garrett now. These are the guys you pay. We have Jet fans have waited for the Jets to have players that are worth signing. And remember, they dragged their feet with Quinn and Williams, how long that took. By just waiting, it only goes up. Get ahead of it. So, by the time the Jets pay Garrett and Sauce, they're probably making $30 million per year. And you know what? The cap goes up every year, and that's the going rate. You're probably going to have a rookie quarterback contract on your books in 2026. And if not, it's another year of Justin Fields, who's on a very cost-prohibitive contract or cost-efficient contract if he ends up being the guy here in 2025. It's not always about who's the best. It's also the next guy up. And the next guy up is now Sauce. He's an easier deal to do than Garrett. But I do think they should figure out a way to get Garrett done as well. I'd offer the T. Higgins contract slightly more, make it $30 million AAV and see if that works. But the idea that, they should look to get rid of these guys. I mean, people, how bad do you want the Jets to be if that's your plan? How bad do you want this team to be if that's seriously your plan? Get it done. Send the right message to the locker room. And let's go from there. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Since this is the only show today, let's make sure we get a ton of gifted memberships for your chance to win this week's prize of a signed Don Maynard Hall of Fame jersey. Signed, speaking of Garrett Wilson helmet. Signed Wayne Corbett helmet. And a signed Brandon Marshall jersey. Those are the top 4 prizes. David Atkins is the first to gift today. He's in the raffle for 1. Thank you, David. C starts us off with a super chat. We'll get to ASMANIAC Madness coming up, by the way. We're starting the Lane Train region on this show. From the moves made this offseason so far, it seems like Garrett Wilson and Sauce extension is coming. My question is when would have been nice to beat the market. Yeah, I think it's a fair criticism. Why are the Jets always last to do this? I heard someone on the beat, I forget which reporter, said, well, they're probably waiting till after the draft. Well, the Texans didn't. The Panthers didn't. Sign him now. Sauce has been out there saying he wants to stay here and wants to be a Jet his whole career. He's hurting his own leverage by saying that. That's how much he loves the organization and wants to be here. Pay him. Sauce is better than J.C. Horn. And J.C. Horn got $25 million. And now, because they waited, it's probably going to cost him some extra money because I didn't think Stingley would get 30. I thought Stingley would get 26. I thought it'd go up 1. But Stingley's got a good agent, I guess. David Mulligetta of Athletes First. I mean, think about it, folks. Stingley's had 1 great year. That's it. Go look at his first 2 years. And then compare that to Sauce. It's not even comparable. Believe me, Texans fans were lamenting the fact that Nick Caserio blew it by taking Derek Stingley instead of Sauce. That was the talk. I did segments on this on the radio my last year doing Afternoon Drive on ESPN Houston. You got to pay Sauce. To me, it's like, I'm not even thinking twice about it. You know, if he's asking for $35 million, that's different. But if he's asking for the Stingley deal, well, you waited too long. That's the going rate. So get it done. That's where I'm at. Pooch Guy writes in, this has to be Woody Johnson. Why not get ahead on Garrett and Sauce? I don't know. Is it Woody? Is it Muji? You know, I did notice when I was at the Combine and they were asked about Sauce and Garrett. You know, they called them good players or very good players. But to me, it felt like calculated. Like they didn't want to use like words that their agent can then take and use against them. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Load up your calls on the Gusbuster hotline. If you missed the announcement at the start of the show, get your draft ticket now to our first ever ASMANIAC Draft Watch Party at Clinton Hall in New York City, located right near Penn Station and Grand Central in Midtown. It's going to be a great night, folks. Your ticket to enter the premise gets you a free drink, a beer, seltzer, or wine of your choice, and a raffle entry automatically to win some awesome prizes, including a Sauce jersey that is autographed, Jermaine jersey that's autographed, Nick Mangold jersey that's autographed, and I'm working on some special guests that will be there in person to take pictures with all the listeners who show up. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the first event I've done since the London event that had Wayne Corbett, Tony Richardson, and Lavernius Coles make an appearance. So we're working on some big things for this one, folks. So get your ticket before it sells out. It's a great venue. See what the Jets do in the draft. Click the link in the description to the website, and you'll be ready to roll. All right. We'll get to your calls coming up here and plus your channel memberships. But we have reached the final opening round region in our ASMANIAC Madness tournament. We started with the chicken soup region. Then we went to the hood region. Then we did the butter region. And now it's time for the lane train region, named after the number one seed in the region, the lane train.
The 27th pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select Dixon Hall out of Arizona State. What am I, a mind reader?
Ladies and gentlemen, today's matchup is the 1 seed Lane Train taking on the 16th seed 25, and voting starts right now.
It's time for ASMANIAC Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top ASMANIAC for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
Here we go. Super chats, cut the line. This is from Bill M, who says, Jake, thoughts on the Jets requesting a visit with Georgia wide receiver Arian Smith? I have no issue with that. I think it's intriguing. They need receiver help badly. By the way, I am much more comfortable drafting Tet McMillan now at 7 after he ran a really good 40 time today at his pro day. He ran a 4.48, which was not as fast as I thought he'd run. At 6'4", 219 pounds, I think he's in play at number 7. His tape looks like a baller. But I was a little worried when he didn't run at the combine. I'm like, what's he hiding? Like, how slow is he? But assuming that number is correct, 4.48, I think he's a top 10 pick now. So we'll see. A-Stuff says, probably would have got Sauce Gardner for like 25. Now it's going to be closer to 30. It's probably going to be more than 30, A-Stuff. If you're comparing the resumes between Sauce and Derek Stingley, I got news for you, for everyone down on Sauce. Sauce has been better for 3 years. Stingley had the better 2024, no question. Sauce Gardner was the first ever corner in NFL history to be first-team All-Pro in his first 2 years. It has never happened before. Remember that. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Let's get to some calls now, shall we? Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is open.
If you want to buy the #1 umbrella in the universe, go to gusbuster.com and make sure you use promo code Jake25 for a discount at checkout.
JT starts us off today. What's up, JT?
Yo, what's up, Jake? How you doing?
How are you, JT?
Doing well. Getting ready for my first matchup. Doing some stretches, getting warmed up. It's probably coming in a couple of days here.
How you feeling? You nervous?
Not at all, man. Not at all. We're in it to win it. Not at all.
Look, I'll tell you what. You got a tough matchup, man. Mr. Bonesy is a 3 seed for a reason.
He's one of the OGs of the ASMANIAC community, man. Without him, who knows what this community would really be. I've had the pleasure of meeting him in person. So, I mean, can confirm he's a great guy. But maybe his JD truth ring will help me out here. And his Aaron Rodgers truth ring. Maybe. We'll have to see. Now, do you think Sauce gets in the mid-30s since Jamar got so high, or do you think he's going to be closer to 30? I think...
You asking me about Sauce or Garrett?
I meant Garrett, sorry.
I think Garrett is probably looking at a very similar deal to what Higgins signed, but a little more.
Higgins is what, like just under 30, right?
Yeah, just under 30 for T. Higgins. Now, he's a number 2 wide receiver. Obviously, Garrett's the 1 on the Jets, but it's a unique situation because Chase is arguably the best receiver in the league.
I had a feeling Garrett would get around 30 even before the Higgins move, so I feel like that didn't really move the needle for me much there. I had another point, but I completely lost my mind. It's been a busy day at work. So I'm going to leave on that note. But you have a good one, Jake. Thank you.
JT, I appreciate it. Good call there. We've all been there. Big Fella says, hit the like. How is Big Fella not a channel member, folks? How is that possible? His membership must have expired. He didn't get one. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't let you pick who gets the memberships when you gift them. It's based on a random algorithm. But it doesn't make any sense to me. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try and get the Big Fella a channel membership. And anyone who gets a membership here, when I gift 5, I will enter you in the raffle. I'm not entering myself in the raffle. But I'm gifting 5 right now. I want to get the ball rolling here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 raffle entries are on the line. And let's find out who got them.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
5 entries. If you hear your name called, you are officially an Asmaniac. Angel Fuentes, Francesco Pecacoro, John Bello, Joseph Alberti, BX Farrell. Damn. No Big Fella, but to everyone who did get a membership there, you're entered in our next Asmaniac raffle, which, if you missed the announcement at the top, now features a signed Brandon Marshall jersey, Wayne Corbett helmet, Garrett Wilson helmet, and Don Maynard Hall of Fame jersey. We're doing great Jet wide receivers as the theme this week in the raffle. More of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this man is out and about with his dog. At least he was last time I saw him on hold. Purple Belt Mike joins us now. Oh, he's indoors. Hello, Mike.
Yeah. No, I got done walking the dog.
How are you, Mike?
I'm good, brother. How's it going?
I'm good, Mike. I'm doing well. I better be seeing you at our draft party next month.
I can't make the draft party.
What do you mean you can't make it?
I got something going on with work that day.
Really?
Yes.
Let me talk to your boss. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I would love that. That would be great. Yeah, that whole week I got something going on, so I'm not going to be able to.
You'll be missed.
But I am coming Saturday.
You're coming Saturday.
Yeah.
What's
Saturday?
What is Saturday?
Dude, it's the Knicks game.
Oh, I thought that was next week. I completely drew a blank. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We got our Asmaniac Knicks meet up. I was like,
you'll meet the wife too. She's coming too.
I'm looking forward to it. That would be great.
Did you have any corned beef and cabbage to celebrate?
No, I didn't. I have had nothing.
Yeah, I had some yesterday. It was good.
You're a real Irish man, Mike. I love it.
Yeah, not Irish, but, everyone's Irish today.
Yep. This is the best holiday for a Jet fan. An excuse to wear Jet colors all day.
I had all my Jet shit yesterday at the St. Patty's party. And everyone's like, oh, man, you suck. I'm like, I know. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was, do you see us upgrading in any position from last year?
Do I see them upgrading at any? Well, I think they've upgraded a coach, seemingly. It's hard to be worse.
I meant player roster-wise.
I mean, it's possible that Cisco's an upgrade over what they put out there at safety. They haven't really signed any starters yet, though, if you think about it. Of their moves they've made, other than Cisco and Stevens, who's a starter on this team?
Fields, I guess.
Yeah, Fields, but I don't think that's an upgrade.
No, I don't think Stevens is an upgrade either.
He's not. DJ Reed's a better player.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe they're going to trade for Olave. I know it's like mentioned, but it's not like official or he's being shopped or whatever. But if, he's injury prone and he's got the concussion thing. So what would he cost?
What would he cost? I don't even know if he's available.
Let's just play the game. Let's say he is.
At least a 3rd-round pick.
Would you do it?
I probably would. Yeah, I
I would
probably
do it.
would.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think-
Metcalf went for a second, so
Yeah. And then they paid him. At least Olave, you have presumably 2 seasons of not
Yeah.
paying him big money. But I don't know. We gotta make some upgrades. I don't really see any upgrades. None.
the upgrade is going to be in coaching and hopefully the draft. They can upgrade it. If they take Warren, he's immediately an upgrade at tight end.
Definitely. Yep. That's who I want. I want Warren because he helps the run game and the passing game. But
I'm Warren or Tet now. I'm pro weapon at 7.
yeah, I mean, Ted, I don't know.
I was worried he was slow. He ran a way faster 40 time than I was anticipating. I'm more comfortable taking him at 7.
Yeah, it's not that he's a bad player. It's just Warren will be there. So why would you take Ted over Warren? That would be my argument.
Well, the tight end class is deep. Maybe they could take like a tight end with pick 42 that is immediately a plug and play starter then, you know?
See, I don't want to take 2 weapons because we need a defensive tackle. We have to take that defensive tackle if we do that in the second.
Yeah, I mean, they signed so many defensive tackles so far. Like,
but they're all nobodies, man. Like,
Yeah, but
that
they gotta-
one guy from KC was 20,
I get it,
20% of snaps.
but we have a defensive coach. Let him fix the defense, and let's get some players on offense. They have Garrett Wilson and no one right now that Justin Fields is throwing the football to.
Remember when New England had the 2 tight ends, Gronkowski and Hernandez, and they ran that 2 tight end offense? Why can't we do something like that?
Well,
What if we got
that would require good coaching.
well, yeah, assuming we have good coaching, but the 2 tight end offense, is that like phased out of the NFL, or can that be something that they can do effectively?
No, I think the Jets are going to run a lot of 12 personnel, which is 1 running back, 2 tight end sets. But they need, Stone Smart, I think, is a sneaky under the radar signing. Maybe he can contribute a little bit, but they need to add at least 1 legitimate starter, whether that's Warren or someone else. I mean, it's a really good tight end draft. That's the argument for maybe lineman, whether D lineman or O lineman at 7, if it's best player available. And then Colston Loveland, he's probably going in round 1, but he could be there early day 2.
Yeah.
Mason Taylor, probably there day 2. Harold Fannin from Bowling Green, probably there day 2. Terrence Ferguson from Oregon, probably there day 2. Elijah Arroyo, who I know a lot of Jet fans like because you watch Cam Ward's tape. You see a lot of Arroyo at Miami. He's someone that is there day 2. Like, it's a good tight end class.
All right, Jake. Let's hope for the best. See what happens.
Mike, smell the 4 wins, baby. I'll see you Saturday, though. Hopefully the Knicks get a win and no one gets hurt, all right?
Yeah. Oh, God. Wait, Jalen's not going to play then, right?
He's out. He's recovering.
Yeah, fuck. Because they said 2 weeks. So, damn.
You won't see him till April.
Yeah. All right, Jake.
Mike, good call. Ladies and gentlemen, a very exciting announcement.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
David Atkins announcing that he's coming to the draft party. He's flying to Charlotte, or he's taking the train to Penn Station. He's never been to New York City. Really? David, how are you a Jet fan? I would love to hear that backstory. Well, I just got the email alert that David has purchased his ticket. So, David, you're all set. We will see you draft night. This is going to be some event, people. Please get your tickets, though, because spots are limited. Spots are limited. And if you have a group, I recommend reserving one of our tables. We have tables for 4 or 5. It's basically $70 total per person. Whether it's 4 or 5, that's the price point. Get your ticket. And with the tables, so you see it says $450 on the screen. 100 of that goes towards the food and beverage deposit because each table has a $200 minimum food and beverage spend. So you're already paying for 100 of it. That's added to your tab at the table. So this venue is awesome. We're going to have a blast. Hopefully you guys can make it if you're in the tri-state, or you can make plans to come up for this. This will be fun. We can't lose that night. Even if we don't like the pick, we can't say it's a bad pick because we don't know. People didn't like the Will McDonald pick. Turns out he's pretty good. Big fella says, dig in the Cloverleaf Tavern hat. Love Chef Kevin. I figured I had to wear the Irish hat today for our guy Chef Kevin on St. Patty's Day. Peter Castro says, Jake, buy Big Fella a membership. Well, I'm going to get you in the raffle for 10, Peter. But the problem is I can't buy a membership for him. It doesn't work. It's randomly assigned. We just need enough people to gift that he eventually gets one.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look right now at the standings in ASMANIAC Madness. The poll results early on here in our first matchup inside the train ring. And it's looking good for the Lane train. Domination. I don't think we've had a 1 seed win by this much. I don't know if we've had any seed win by this much. Lane up 82-18. I could basically call the show now, but I won't do that. But shout out to Lane. He's dominating. That's what the greats do, folks. Angel says, thank you for the giveaway, Jake. You're welcome, Angel. We'll get you down. JT says, draft party sounds like a banger. Sucks living a few hours away. JT, if you can make plans to do it, just take the day off from work Friday. Aced up with a super chat. I get, but we got there to pay as well coming up. I'm sure he wants to be a Jet, so feel he'll take 30. Aced up, please clarify. I think you're talking about how I get that we have Sauce to pay as well, but he wants to be a Jet, so he'll take 30. Or you're saying Garrett will. I think both of them are getting around 30 million. I think that's what the last 24 hours has shown you with this market. JJ says, Jake, look at the updated McMillan time. I almost said Andrew Schultz. I saw Jordan Schultz report the initial time. Is there a different time now? I mean, point is, when the Jets evaluate Tet, if they think he's worthy of a top 7 pick, they're obviously comfortable with his 40 time. Boomtown, our committee chair says, largest margin of victory to date. Big Fella 83, Paul Faz 16. Lane right now is challenging that. It's 82-18. A-Stuff says, Jake, my super chat had a typo. There's other players that need to be paid as well. Fuel Sauce will take the 30. I think he would too. I mean, I don't think Sauce thought he was probably getting 30. Let's get to more calls, shall we? We got some great callers on the line here. Let's say hello to Paolo. What's up, Paolo?
Jake, how are you, sir?
Paolo, what are you cooking for dinner?
I'm not cooking. I'm washing baby bottles.
Never mind.
Look at the dirty girls. Sneak peek at the future Jet fan.
She's adorable.
Say
What's
hi, Laura. Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah. Jake, real quick. I think first of all, we definitely got to sign both of our boys. I think that just to make them happy, give them a little bit extra. Those guys prior that just signed, Stigley and the 2 wide receivers for the Bengals, they kind of have gotten a big raise they raised the wide receiver and the cornerback market. And so, so I think a little bit raised from T. Higgins, maybe meet halfway between the Jamar Chase and T. Higgins for Garrett, and a little bit more than the Stigley would make our boys happy. But on another note, I think we really need a fast wide receiver. Like, just doesn't matter what round it is. We need somebody who can take the top. We haven't had that in a while. And I was thinking about that because I heard Robbie Anderson or Chosen Anderson making a pitch to come back to the Jets. And I'm not saying that I want him, but I was thinking with Justin Fields, us running the, the RPOs. It would be nice if you could have like a wide receiver just take the top off and, spread the defense out a little bit. We haven't had that since Robbie Anderson. And even before him, we never even had a speedster. It's been a long time. I think, like I said, I don't know. I haven't really done much deep dive on the draft, but whatever round it is, I think we really need to draft somebody because, I mean, I don't think anybody out there right now in free agency is good enough or fast enough, one of those wide receiver types.
Does
What do you think
Laura
about
want to
that?
play? Could she line up out there and blaze through some people?
She's begun crawling and standing a little bit. So she's almost there, right? Can you say hello? Nah,
Aw.
she's not too intrigued. Look, say hi. No? She has pasta. She's eating pasta, pineapples, and what else does she have? She had like a little baby pouch.
I love
The,
it. Well,
the
I'll tell you what,
diet of
Paolo.
a baby. You know how it is.
You keep being a great dad. Appreciate you calling in.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me. Shout out Lane Train. That's my boy. I hope he goes all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paolo checking in there with an endorsement for the 1 seed in the train region. Look, tough draw for 25. 25 is a great caller. He doesn't call enough, but he's always active in the chat. He's in the Discord for those of you who are Patreon members. But I mean, you're getting run over by the lane train if you're meeting him in the first round. That's just how it goes. Robbie Anderson, by the way, speaking of him, he wants to come back. He was on CBS Sports HQ saying he'd love to play for the Jets again. It'd be full circle for him. He might be done, though. He barely was in the league last year. I'd give him a tryout. Give him a chance. Another guy that wants to be here. See what he can do. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. There's 400 of you in here live. Hopefully, you purchase your ticket to our draft party, baby. Clinton Hall, New York City. Thursday, April 24th. Doors open at 7. I'm doing the show live from there. We'll have special guests joining. Opportunities to win prizes like signed sauce jersey, Mangle jersey, Jermaine jersey. And your ticket includes a free drink. So come on down, baby. And let's watch the Jets hopefully draft the star all together. More calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 1 seed in action. So why don't we check in with a 1 seed that is on the line? We say hello right now to this guy.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Hello, Jake. How was your weekend in Texas?
It was a magical weekend.
Oh, that's good. I'm happy you had a lot of fun. That's good. Guess what tomorrow is for me?
What is tomorrow?
The big day. Get the job.
Are you guaranteed to get a job tomorrow?
Well, they're going to show me some jobs and I go get it.
Well, you better take one. You need to lock in a spot.
Yes, that's what she said. No, never mind. That's not good. No, yeah, I can't wait tomorrow. I have positive.
All right. Well, I hope you get it.
Yeah, me too. I hope so too. So yeah, the Jets should pick up, like the guy said, a receiver and maybe offensive lineman from Oregon. Isn't that guy good?
An offensive lineman from Oregon.
The big 315-pound one we're talking about.
At pick 7, probably not. That's not happening.
No. What about right receiver?
I just said Ted McMillan.
Ted McMillan, Ohio State, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know where they come from.
You were very prepared for this phone call.
Hey, I know that, but I'm just saying. What about Thursday night? Maybe me and Mike could show.
Now, what's the deal with you and hold on? Where'd you go?
I didn't put me in.
What's the deal with you and Gator? I heard you were mad at Gator that he made a video, which is what he does.
Yeah, that video I did not like it.
Well, I think you got to deal with it.
Well, I'm gonna get a job, so get me a free over there.
So in a way, Dave Briga and Gator then are the master motivators of you getting off your fat tuchus and getting a job.
No, it's Nick Shine.
Well, Nick Shine is also part of the
campaign
to get you a job.
Yeah, Nick Shine told me I should do it this way, so I went with it. And you also did it too. You two did it, not those two.
Yeah, I want you to get a job.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you and Nick told me to. Yeah,
So
I agree.
what don't you like about the video?
With me and Charles is get a job, and who else is left?
Is Dave
City.
saying anything wrong?
No, I'm getting a job, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but you said you were going to get a job at Burger King or McDonald's.
Well, that didn't work out. I'm sorry. That didn't work out. But Jake, Nick said go this way, so I did it.
Now, you're a angry Irishman, as you say, Bobby. How's St.
Patrick's Day? Are you Irish?
Of course I'm Irish. Or am
I? I got green too. Not green underwear. They want green underwear.
No one wants your green underwear. Yikes.
No, nobody wants my green underwear. No.
So do you think you and Dave Brigger will ever be able to see eye to eye again?
Well, I apologize for the last time I called him.
I mean, I don't know if you have to apologize to him. He called you out.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing to him. I already did that before calling old. So.
You got to stop mumbling, Bobby.
He calls me old. I called him old. I apologized, but said I was sorry.
Yeah, but he said you need to get a job.
Yeah, I know. He just minding his own business. That's all. Minding his own business.
So you and Dave Brigger are good, or there's a battle royale?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him since I don't know when I talked to him.
So are you guys good? Yes or no?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
All right, I'm sensing some beef.
I don't know. Is he in the back?
We'll find out.
He thinks that Charles and Bobby need to get a job. This cowboy hates to see Asmaniacs complain. What he call him, one punch Brigger. You need to get a job. What he call him, one punch Brigger. The beast is on his ass. Call him one punch Brigger. Does anyone see me back? Call him one punch Brigger. He'll only need one.
Dave Brigger is in the chat. Will he call in? That's the question. But a guy who has called in is the #1 overall seed in the tournament. And as you just saw on your screen there, was directly called out by Brigger to get a job. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello right now to this guy.
Hey, Charles! You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. Hey, I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Sing it this way, Charles!
First off, I'm trying to get a job. I'm just waiting to hear, but I'm just waiting for DVRS on some stuff. But anyways, how are you, Jake?
I'm good, Charles. What is the latest with you and Dave Brigger? Have you seen that video till I just played it?
No, I haven't until today, no.
And what are your thoughts?
It's all right. I do need a job. He's right about that, but it is what it is. Anyway, as you can see from my headline, after watching the highlights of the right tackle from Missouri, Membo, I wouldn't be upset if the Jets took him as well instead of Warren.
You're a Membo guy, Charles?
Yeah, Ahmad Membo, the superstar right tackle from Missouri.
How do you know he's a superstar?
I've seen a lot of videos where they say he's a really good right tackle.
Yeah, what do you think, though? What do your eyes tell you?
He's really good.
Okay. Superstar, though?
In the making, probably, yes.
Okay.
Do you like Membo, or you don't care for him?
I like Membo.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. I'm sorry if I'm not wearing any green. But, excuse me.
Your excuse.
Anyways, I would like to, as for the Jets free agency, I know a lot of people aren't as happy as they were in the past. But I think we need to worry about winning in the season than during the off season.
Dave Brigger has called you a reasonable man, Charles.
Well, that's not an insult. I know that.
Yeah, but he's still demanding you get a job.
My parents want me to get a job too, so what else do you expect?
Yeah, I agree, Dave. Charles is working hard. Leave him alone.
But
who made Dave Brigger the arbiter of getting people jobs, right, Charles?
Yes. Didn't he beat Beastbreaker in the tournament or no?
He did. Yeah, he took him down. Now he's going up against Mike D's Nuts in your region.
I'll think about who to vote for between those two.
Yeah, could you vote for Mike, or who's come after you before, or Dave, who's demanding you get a job? Who would you vote for?
That's a good question.
When do you think you'll have an answer?
Probably around the time of the tournament.
Okay.
Now today, it's Lane versus 25, and Lane is destroying him. I voted for Lane.
Lane is dominating, yes.
I also know the Jets re-signed Isaiah Oliver, which I think is a good signing.
I was not expecting you to bring up Isaiah Oliver, but yes, they did that last week.
Oh, they did that last week. I thought they did that today. My apologies.
I know that just for Johnny Boy. Like, what's your thought process going into the matchup, because it's coming up pretty soon here.
Who knows, man? I mean, I like Johnny Boy. He's a good guy, but whenever he comes onto my channel, he usually asks all these sexual-oriented questions.
Really?
Purple Belt might ask me what's my record prediction.
Why don't you let me do the producing of the program here, and I'll bring up the comments that I think are pertinent.
Okay.
Purple Belt Mike asks, Charles, what is your record prediction?
More than 7 wins. I know people think... Look, I know that may be pushing it for some people, but all I'm asking for this team to be very competitive. I know you're expecting 4 wins. I know a lot of people are expecting 4 wins. But forget about winning in the offseason. We need to win during the season. And we have talent on this team. We have more talent on the offensive line than we did in previous years. Also, we need to work on the weapons on the offense. Getting a tight end would be nice. Getting another wide receiver would be nice. We have some dogs on the defense. You know, Will McDonald's is a good player. Quincy Williams is good. Jamie Sherwood is good. Andre Sisco is a good safety, a talented safety. I know he had a down year last year, but I think that was more so the defensive scheme than him just taking a day off or a year off. Sauce is still good. I don't know why people gave up on him. I think they're idiots. Jermaine Johnson's doing a good job recovering from that injury. Hopefully he comes back 100% because I like him and his work ethic. He seems like a good guy and a good player. I know so many Jet fans wanted him at the 4th pick. We ended up taking him at 26. I still can't believe that crap. Let me see. Brees Hall, I think, is a good. I mean, we are good on the running back. I don't think we need to draft a running back because we're so good at the running back.
The entire roster?
Maybe.
I see.
I would not. Would I have a problem with the Jets taking a kicker in the later rounds? Probably not, because we don't know what we're going to get for Greg Zuerlein, because he had a really bad year last year, despite being very good for us in his first 2 seasons. We still got Thomas Morstead, correct?
We do.
And we signed a punter from the Cardinals.
New Q wants to know, can we take a peek out of your window, Charles?
No.
What are you hiding?
Nothing.
Why can't we see out your window?
Oh, wait, hold on. I hate it. Here's my window.
What a beautiful suburban home.
That's where I live.
All-Star Chris says, next guest, please. Well, guess what, All-Star Chris? I don't want to go to the next guest yet.
What the hell is this problem?
Yeah. Who peed in his cereal?
Probably someone who didn't like him. Who knows?
Seriously. All right, Charles, let's really get to the item at hand there. I'm making you an offer right now. Your ticket, paid for, to come to the draft party and join the ASMANIAC community on April 24th. Are you in?
I don't know. I have to check my schedule. Look, I would love to go, but I may be still living with my parents at that point. I don't know. I may be moving in.
Hold on. Even if you are still living with your parents at that point, what's stopping you from perhaps getting on the train to Penn Station or Grand Central, wherever is convenient for you, and walking 10 minutes to the venue?
Well, if my parents don't want me, I still live in their house, their rules. I know I'm 30 years old. I got to respect what they want. And, last time when I went to that, what the hell was that Mexican place I went to last year?
That was a great time.
Don Jose. My parents almost found out. So
I don't understand. It was a gathering of Jet fans drinking margaritas and talking about the Jets. You didn't do anything illegal that night.
I know I didn't, but my parents need to know where I'm at. I'm still their responsibility. I live in their house.
I understand. So why don't you tell them, hey, my friends are going to a Jets draft party.
My parents don't know you.
They know Nick Shine, who will be there. They met Nick Shine.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can do. Nick Shine is going to be there?
Yeah, of course he's going to be there.
Why, he told you?
Yeah. Nick Shine is a friend of mine, and I invited him, obviously.
Well, I'll see. Well, I'll ask Nick Shine about it, okay?
Look, you and Nick Shine, you go to the draft party, and it will be a great time, Charles. You're 30 years old. You have every right to go to the draft party. You don't need a permission slip.
All right, I'll see what I can do, okay?
All right.
I would love to go, and you said we're going to have special guests, like maybe Tony. If there's like...
Well, to be honest with you, one of the special guests I was counting on was you. You're such a big celebrity that if I get a verbal commitment
that's not
from you,
a special guest, Jake. A special guest is like a Jets player or something.
No, but I think if you said you were going, I would sell more tickets, would I not?
Yes.
I mean, this is my livelihood, Charles. You're helping me by being there. People are going to want to take pictures with you. Are you willing to take pictures and sign autographs with fans?
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe? If someone says they want a picture with you, you'd say no?
I'll take a picture with them, yes, but an autograph, no, that's a little bit too much.
What if it would make their entire week, their year even?
Taking a picture is one thing, but not an autograph. I'm not that famous.
So you draw the line at an autograph?
Yes. What
if it's a to quote you, a quote lovely lady that wants you to slip your digits to her?
I'll think about that. Anyways, I'll talk to Nick Shine about the whole thing. I'll probably talk to him later tonight if he's still not working. I know he's working right now, but if he's off work, so I'll probably text him or give him a call. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, before you go, Charles, let's check in with someone who is demanding you to get a job.
He thinks that Charles and Bobby need to get a job. This cowboy hates to see ASMANIACs complain. What he call him, one punch breeder. You need to get a job. What he call him, one punch breeder. The beast is on his ass. Call him one punch breeder. Has anyone seen Bean Mac? Call him one punch breeder. You only need one.
Dave Brigger, I want to let you know I am trying to get a job.
I know. I appreciate that. It's
my parents would not tolerate me to sit on my fat ass and doing nothing. Why'd you take them off?
No, he took Jake one off. He does. You know how he does. Jake does this. This is his MO.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How about yourself, Charles?
Why are you calling One Punch Brick? Is that like a One Punch Man joke or something? Are you familiar with that character?
No.
One Punch Man is an One Punch Burger because One Punch Man is an anime character that serves as like a gag character. It's like a spin-off of like some of the most physically powerful characters in fiction, like Superman and the Hulk. So that's why, because he's so strong. He can beat pretty much almost everybody with one punch. That's why they call him One Punch Man. His real name is Saitama.
One Punch Man?
I watched the first season and first half of the second season. I really enjoyed it. So, still got to catch up on the second season. So, Leon M says, you look like a retired FBI agent. Were you an FBI agent?
I can't tell you, Charles. It's top secret.
Okay, sir, no problem.
No, I wasn't an FBI agent.
Oh.
Other types of,
Well,
Charles, today I'm trying to be calm, I've been stoking myself up too much. Oh no.
Well, hello, sir. How you
Bobby.
doing?
Good, Bobby. How about yourself?
I'm going to try to get a job tomorrow, Dayburger. Thank you.
Good. Great.
Yeah.
I hope everything works out for you.
I love that video. I really do.
I mean, it was cute, but with me being the skinny dude playing video games all day.
I'm being sarcastic.
Well, you thought I made that video, Bobby. I don't think I made. I don't think I could.
I'm gonna get going, guys. Peace out.
The words that you said.
All right, Charles, take it easy.
The words that you came up with, that's what Gator did for you. But remember, we squashed the beef a long time ago.
Gator.
And then, of course, you come up with the words again. You put me down. So, what am I going to do? I don't know.
Bobby, I'm not putting anybody down,
Oh, well, you put me down all the time in the chat. Don't bullshit. You do. After I sang to you and your sister's birthday, sang to her, the only thing you do is put me down. I don't like it. I already apologized.
In what way? Bobby, you get angry so much.
Well,
you get angry too much.
I apologize. It's different people, not you. I have already apologized. We buried the.
Okay, Bobby, listen. Why did that whole issue with Boy Green that went on for such a long time was unnecessary?
Oh, never met. Just drop it. You don't know what happened. Just drop it. All right. It's done. I already talked.
You want to drop Bobby? Listen to me. You can't talk
to Boy Green. It's none of your business. It's none of your. It's
relax, Bobby. You can't.
No, it's
you can't even bring a subject up. You go wild. You go wild, Bob. Every time you try to talk to me.
Me and Boy Green squashed it already, so don't get. Do I bother?
Just forget about it then.
No,
don't tell me it's none of my business, okay?
It's none of your business.
Don't try to explain things to me, okay?
It's none of your
don't
business.
Try to dictate things to me, Bob. Because you're the last person in the world to dictate things to people. You're the last person in the world to dictate to people.
Well, you don't tell me.
Jake, get this guy out of my sight, please. Get him out of my sight. He just stokes people up. Get him out of my sight. I don't want to speak to him. He's an angry person. You just can't speak to him in a rational manner. You really can't. He's irrational. He's an irrational person.
He thinks that Charles and Bobby need to get a job. This cowboy hates to see ASMANIACs complain. What he call him, one punch bigger. You need to get a job. What he call him, one punch bigger. The beast is on his ass. Call him one punch bigger. Does anyone see me Mac? Call him one punch bigger. 'Cause you only need one.
Hey, Dave Brigger, how you feeling there, General? I wanted to talk to you. I got a lot of problems right now, and I seen a lot of stuff that I'm not starting to like. Half of these guys that we're getting for the Jets, where do you find these idiots? Are you serious? I'm right now going to blow a gasket if we don't get guys anytime soon, like a kicker, couple wide receivers and a tight end. I'm going to put a bag over my head or something like this. Would you silence, or should I do one of these?
We've done it, people. We have fixed Beast Internet. That was the best he's ever sounded. Wow. All it took was for him to get the Buffalo Jet fan mic, and boom. Incredible. Great calls so far in the show. Man. Dave Briga motivating Gorman and Bobby to get jobs is what I took away from that encounter there. Paolo writes in, Briga yesterday, Gary doesn't believe in achievements. Me thinking none of us believe in achievements. That's why we're Jet fans. It's true. Paolo says, Briga is the grumpy old man on the block. By the way, Briga means fight in Brazilian Portuguese. Let me say this. One Punch Dave Briga is not to be reckoned with. I'm a Dave fan. And I am fascinated if Dave Briga could go on a true run now in this tournament. He got past the Beast. Now he's got Mike D's nuts in the round of 32. There's a path for Briga and Gorman. Loser is unemployed match in the Elite Eight. Think about that. By the way, watching the Selection Sunday show yesterday and hearing the theme, the CBS theme, I'm like, wait a second, there's an ASMANIAC Madness matchup going on. I'm like, oh yeah, this is actually March Madness. Unreal. Let's get to more calls right now. Let's bring in someone who does not believe in achievement. Gary is next. Hey, Gary.
Howdy, Jake. So a couple of things. First off, because everything in the world is irony, Briga called some other person irrational. That's gold. I can't live in this universe anymore. When Briga says someone else is irrational, it's gold. It's comedy. Second, I got a job idea for Charles. I got an idea. It's the off season. After the draft, we don't have anything for a while. Charles needs a job. He's looking for a job. He also has a podcast that needs promoting. Once a week, half-hour spot, Charles Gorman on the Jake Asman Show.
A set once a week. Gorman pops on.
Yeah, pick a time, whatever. 4 o'clock on Thursday, whatever. I'm just making things up. 4 o'clock on Thursday is the Charles Gorman hour or half hour.
I'm not against it. I'll have to figure out when that would work best. But I mean, Charles is such a regular on the show anyway. I feel like we get a lot of them.
Yeah, but it's a spot people can tune in. You can see the spike. You can measure the spike in ratings. People will know that he's on. You'll see the spike in viewership because people will have their clock set to it.
Well, I told you I wanted to do my show from Charles Gorman's new home for the housewarming party. I said I want to broadcast live from there.
I don't know if Roseanne.
I already lost one viewer with your idea. Mike D's Nuts says he would not watch those days I do the show with Gorman.
Look, you can't be all things to all people. Honestly, Jake, do you think if he had a half-hour segment weekly, that half-hour ratings would go up, your viewership would go up or down? What do you think?
Well, it depends, Gary. Would he wipe his ass on the on the air?
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Bobby's reaction. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play it again, people. This happened today on the Bobby Show. All right, Dixon Yass sent me the clip, so shout out to him. I got a lot of questions here. One, Charles, why are you wiping your ass on a YouTube show? Two, Bobby, why is your reaction to that? It's all good.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Bobby, that is terrible. Terrible. Have some respect for your program, man. You can't have someone wiping their ass on your show. Terrible.
It's gold. It's gold. It's the spin-off of this show, and it gives a whole new twist on things. You've never had that on your show. You've never had Charles wiping on your show that I'm aware of.
I have not had Charles wiping his ass on the show, no.
Bobby's got...
we stand for something on this show. The Bobby Midnight Show. I mean, you can get away with murder on that show, apparently.
Oh, it's hygiene. Charles is wiping. It's good hygiene. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. if I would do it on air, and I certainly wouldn't announce it, but to each their own.
As Terrence said, Charles shitted all over Bobby's show.
Literally. Can we get into Sauce and Garrett, or do you just want to stick on Charles?
No, I would. I'd prefer you to talk about Garrett and Sauce. Yes.
All right. To me, Garrett's like a done deal. It's 30 million, right? Like I did this, before this. Obviously, you take the top 10 wide receivers, you average what they're making, 30 million. That's about what Garrett's going to get. He's going to get 30 million. Like, I mean, I don't think what are we talking about here? You want to get into a CD Lamb situation where we're arguing and holding out over $1 million? It's $30 million. Like, sign a contract, Garrett, and I think he will.
You have the money. It sends the right message. He's been a good Jet. He wants to be here. Sauce is an even easier deal to do, and that's why I was arguing to do it before Stingley got paid, and now it's too late.
I want to push. I agree. Garrett Wilson's $30 million done deal. Let's just do it. Let's everyone wins. Sign the paperwork. We're good. Sauce, look. Just because Stingley got overpaid, does that mean the next guy needs to get overpaid too? Like that's a lot. I'm not saying yes. That's going to be what he asked for. Now the Jets are in a real bind. Like, do you want to? You're overpaying him about $30 million. Do you want to overpay him just because someone else got overpaid?
If you wait a year and then someone else then gets paid, it's like you're going to end up still paying him $30 million. Just do it now. That's how it works.
You're going to go up now, but yeah. But the receivers didn't go up that. The
receivers did go up. Chase is now making what, $5 million more than Jefferson. Because the cap goes up every year. That's also why these contracts keep going up so much.
Jefferson's on the third year of his deal, so Jefferson signed his deal 2 years ago. Is that right?
Jefferson signed his deal, I think, before last season.
Yeah, it did go up.
And then the cap went up 20%. So that's why there's an uptick in all these deals.
Yeah, actually 30 might be an underpay now. It went up 20%. That's a lot. Yeah. If you can get Garrett for 30, that actually might be a team-friendly deal, honestly. It's going up that much.
Now, let me ask you, do you believe in achievement?
I think so. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Do I think like we're living in caves without language? Like, no, I don't think so. So we achieve something. I'm not exactly sure what that means.
I'll tell you what, you look like someone who doesn't believe in achievement. And for those reasons, this call is over.
You said people walked on the moon, correct?
Yes.
Prove your claim.
It's not my claim, it's history's claim. You're an ignorant person. I was there. I know it went on.
You were on the moon?
You just don't believe it.
Give me the evidence that people walked on the moon.
You don't make any sense.
All I've asked you for is evidence.
You don't believe in achievement.
This is irrational. You're acting like an irate 5-year-old.
Listen to me, big mouth.
Dave Rigger, walk like a man. It's not my claim. It's not my burden.
You said you went to college. They teach you nothing?
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up.
This is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You can't have a rational conversation. You can't shut your mouth
What's
for 5
rational?
seconds.
You're just a denier.
How does me knowing the name of the 3 people who died on the Apollo prove that people walked on the moon?
That itself doesn't prove it, no.
Prove your claim that people walked on the moon.
Men don't die for no reason at all.
How does men don't die for no reason prove that people walked on the moon? Your evidence is that you were alive when someone claimed to have walked on the moon.
I was living then, yes.
What does that prove?
I believe in achievement. I believe in a space program.
You believe in achievement. Therefore, people walked on the moon. That's your argument?
I believe people didn't lie to us like you.
I believe in achievement. Therefore, people walked on the moon?
Go read the history. Go look at films. I have books.
Then this should be easy for you. Prove that people walked on the moon. You've done all the research. This should be easy. It's not my burden.
Buzz Aldrin, in his mind, had to calculate the exact landing. You don't believe it was a cover-up?
I don't believe the claim that people walked on the moon. That's it.
I have to prove history, but you don't have to prove anything. Go take some more headshots. You need some.
Great takes there by both parties. Incredible. More calls right now. Joseph is next. Hey, Joseph.
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, Joseph. What's going on?
Not much. So I just wanted to call in. I don't know. I didn't watch your show this morning, but I was like thinking about the show last night when I watched it after I was off the air, and I was like so annoyed. I feel like we've been lied to by Glenn almost already. You know, like we're gonna win now. Okay, so we're gonna win now. That's great. Free agency dead. And I wasn't expecting a massive splash, but enough to be like. And I've talked about it. Holland over Cisco, why not? $5 million more. Okay, now you have $30 million in cap space. You're not going to re-sign Sauce or even Wilson.
Well, we don't
At
know
least
that.
if-
We don't know
Well,
that yet.
True, but I mean that would have been one of the first things I would have done before even the off season necessarily started, and or even like a $3 or $4 million hey pay raise. Let me help you out, like just something to get going. I don't know. I just feel like it's been a dud season, off season, and I was really expecting if we're so-called win now, how do we start regressing? And I'm not saying all of everything. I mean, I know they've done some stuff to like fill the holes, and we do have a lot of holes, but like there hasn't been a splash where I'm like, okay, this makes sense other than Justin Fields. And even at that, it's like, I still feel like we regressed at quarterback.
Now, Joseph, I want you to know, I had to turn down your mic to where it's basically barely on. I don't know what you are using to talk, but my God, you have like the ultimate King Lowski like microphone going for you.
I do. I'm in my car. So is that better?
I have no idea. Probably a Bluetooth is what's picking you up. Am I right?
Yeah, it's my Bluetooth. Yeah, I just turned down my speaker, so I don't know if that works.
All right. I have you at 3 right now. It's about as low as I can make you, but hopefully that's better for the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
No, your points are well taken, though. This offseason to me has been very underwhelming. I'm glad they signed Fields. That makes sense logically if they were going to move on from Rodgers to bring in a guy that maybe could be your long-term answer, while probably unlikely if we're being realistic. There's at least a chance. But some of these other signings aren't great. I mean, they've gotten worse at corner. They have gotten worse at right tackle. They have not really done much to make us feel great about the D-line. Like, they've added some depth pieces. The O-line depth's a little better, but, you know, the biggest upgrade this team is seemingly going to make is coaching. And we'll find out if that's true. We don't even know that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm really hoping that's the case. I'm really hoping that the coaching is going to be a big difference compared to last year. But man, if it's not, it's going to be brutal again. And I don't know. I don't want to give up on them, but I'm like growing impatient. And like I said, I wasn't expecting a bunch of people to be signed, but something. I think that waiting to do the Sauce Gardner was especially having a down year compared to the other 2 years. That was killer. Like, now we're gonna overpay possibly for Sauce to stay on the team. I thought that deal was a lot easier to get done than the Wilson one, and now Stingley is just.
I'll give you an example. Right, like the Eagles just signed Azeez Ojulari for a 1-year deal for $4 million. Like, that would have been a good signing by the Jets. He would help immediately. Like that, you could make that signing. Javon Holland's contract was not egregious. You could have made that signing.
No, I agree. Okay, and I have one other idea, and I'm not saying we should do this, but I was kind of thinking about it. What if we just get rid of AVT? And I know it's going to create another hole, but let's say theoretically, and I'm not saying we do this now, but maybe in the training camp, let's say they've been trying out the best 5 on the starting O-line. How would you feel if we got like Myers as center, Tittman at right guard, and then we get a rookie or somebody like what's his name from the Browns?
How is that making us better?
It's not. I agree with that. But if we're going to not do anything in the offseason,
then
do we think
why would we get rid of AVT then?
Well, my thought was, if let's say in the offseason we don't do as much as we thought we would do, and we're not going to win next year, do you really think that AVT is going to sign a long-term contract with us when we have Sauce and Brees?
If they pay him, yeah. Why?
Well, right. I agree with you. I was just playing devil's advocate here because I like AVT.
Yeah, but your suggestion, Joseph, doesn't make the team better. One of the strengths you could argue on this team is, even without Morgan Moses, they still have 4 of their 5 guys signed for at least this year. I don't know where you're just. I think you're just overthinking it a little bit. Keep AVT and let him go out there and ball out and help this team win games. They got to run the crap out of the football to have any chance of being good. AVT is an elite run blocker when he's right, and I think he'll be better this year than he was last year. Another year removed from the Achilles. Bino says Briga means problem in Italian. Dave Briga, man, one punch Briga. He is the talk of the chat today. Zach Van Buren with a super chat. Thank you, Zach. Apologies, joining late. Is Gary searching for proof that the Earth is an oblate spheroid? Why does Gary care where people get paid? How can we prove by Gary's criteria that money even exists?
Let me, Zach Van Buren. Okay, apologies. Is Gary searching for proof that the Earth is an oblate spheroid? No. Why does Gary care what people get paid? I don't. How How can we prove by Garrett's criteria that money even exists? What do you mean by exists? And what do you mean by money? I mean, was this supposed to be some kind of gotcha? Because there was nothing even difficult about that. I don't. If you want to come on, we can discuss that, but I don't know. What up, Beast?
Hey, Gary, how you feel, General?
I'm good. I'm good, Beast.
I want to see how you were doing. How are you? That fight between you and Briga, that was probably the best fight of the year. And next time when you guys had that,
Mick Mazy, no, fiat currency is fake. Fiat currency, it's fake. That's fake. I'll address that. All right, go ahead, Beast.
I was gonna a question. Do we have to get rid of Greg Zuerlein? Yes or no? Do we have to please get rid of him?
Yeah, I don't think Greg Zuerlein should be on the roster in 2025. Yeah, I'm not dignifying this. I asked you to prove your claim 20 times, Brigger. You act like a 13-year-old schoolgirl who got dumped in front of everyone at the high school cafeteria. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, that was the most feminine energy I'd ever seen in my life. That was absurd. And then you call someone else irrational after that display. A current medium of exchange in the form of coins and banknotes collectively. What is that? A current medium of exchange in the form of coins and banknotes. I mean, what do you mean by exist? Like, they're fake. Money is fake. It has no value. It's printed by the government out of thin air. Good job, Dave. You got me good with that one. Sick burn, dude. Gary, you owe me lunch from our bet. Do I? Okay, I got you. What bet did I lose? I got you, IJ. I believe you. I just don't remember what bet it is. He can't even attempt to educate. Awesome. Sick burn, dude. Taxation is theft. Yes, it is, Matthew Smith. Yes, it is. That is a fact. What would make it not theft? Can I print Bitcoin? Bitcoin is kind of money. It doesn't really exist, but Bitcoin's
You said people walked on the moon, correct? Yeah. Prove your claim. It's not my claim. It's history's claim. You're an ignorant person. I was there. I know it went.
You were on the moon?
You just don't believe it.
Give me the evidence that people walked on the moon.
You don't make any sense.
All I've asked you for is evidence.
You don't believe in achievement.
This is irrational. You're acting like an irate 5-year-old.
Gary does not believe in achievement, folks. I stand with Briga. Update in ASMANIAC Madness. Blowout season, baby. You come at the lane train, good luck. Lane train, 82-18, almost 500 votes have been cast. We only have 245 likes, so can you click the like button, people? Also, for those tuning in, we are accepting raffle entries. If you want a chance to win a signed Hall of Fame Don Maynard jersey, a signed Garrett Wilson helmet, a signed Wayne Corbett helmet, and a signed Brandon Marshall jersey. And I need 15 memberships to be able to add the one punch Briga emoji to the arsenal. For those of you who are Briga fans, Dave will get his own emoji. Let's get to more calls now, shall we? Bomber's on the line. He's next. Hey, Bomber.
What's up, man? What's
Bomber.
good, Jake? What's up, man? Oh, man. First of all, Charles and Briga's conversation was like a son and father conversation. It was so crazy. And then you added Grandpa Bobby into the mix. It was just 10 times crazier.
Briga's taken on all challengers lately. He is quite – he really is. I got to look back at recent 15 seeds in NCAA tournament history. He's as good as any of them.
Oh, man. Listen, on that sauce slander stuff with wanting to trade him and all of that, I feel people is crazy. He only had one bad season. The guy's a 2-time Pro Bowler.
It wasn't even that bad relative to some other corners, too. Like
exactly. You know, I pay the man. Garrett needs to get paid. I feel like they will be paid probably before this weekend even hits. You know, we never know what's going to happen. So I feel like we're going to pay them. Everything is going to be good on that end. As far as the rest of the picks that we went with throughout free agency, you know, I'm not okay with the picks, but I get where we needed depth at. So, you know, they just filling in the blanks. I think we need to hit on all cylinders when it comes to draft, you know, and that first pick, either we trade him back so we could get weapons on the offensive side, but I would like to pair up a cornerback with Sauce Gardner, and the cornerback that I would love to go with in this year's draft is Trey Amos.
Trey Amos. Let's see. I don't know a ton about him.
From Ole Miss. I would love
Trey
for him.
Amos. Ole Miss, 195, 23 years old, 6 foot. He was at the Senior Bowl this year. Dom C says he's versatile.
Yes.
Let's give you a scouting report on him from Dom C. Background. Trey Amos, 3-star recruit from 2020, class from Catholic High School in New Iberia, Louisiana. Also played basketball in high school. Participated in track and field as a long jumper, like that. Won a state championship in the long jump his senior year. Know nothing about him. Looks like a good prospect to me, though, Bomber. I'm in.
Yeah, he's a great player, man. You got to check out his highlights and stuff, too. He's pretty solid. But I feel like him and Sauce would be nightmares for wide receivers this year. And then with the new coaching that we got, depending on what they take from them and learn from them, I think we'll have a solid, good team, and I still want to get more weapons on the offensive side. Now, that's either Tyler Warren or Ted McMillan for me. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm feeling like either one will cause problems and take the pressure off the next player that we have. And the superstar player that we have only on wide receiver is Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
He needs weapons. He needs a partner. And listen, with the Robbie chosen Anderson, he's not nothing chosen. I don't want to go backwards. I don't want to go backwards with getting old players like that. And I mean, he had his time here, and you saw how he treated us when he was here, when he wanted to leave. That's the same way I feel about Jamal Adams. So it's like, I'm good in that area. Now, if we was to go after a Chris Olave type guy, I understand everybody's a little nervous about the concussions, but shit, we already got concussions at the wide receiver depth. Look at the only wide receiver star we got. We have nobody else out there. We might as well take a chance and give him his partner. So if we can
just don't know if he's available, Bomber. Like, obviously, I'm in if he's available, but like, like, I think people are just like, oh, he went to Ohio State, he played with Fields and Garrett, they're all friends, get him. But like, I don't think it's based in reality that they're shopping him.
Yeah, I mean, because who else is out there though? When you think about it, who's left?
The options stink. That's why I agree with you. I'm pro weapon at 7 at this point.
Yeah, so it's pretty much of what they want to do. Glenn and Moogie, whatever. Did I say it right? Moogie or Moogie?
Moogie, I believe.
Moogie. Whatever they choose to bump their heads with and put together, I feel like we'll do just fine. We just got to relax. We don't even know what the season's going to look like and how it's going to unfold. So we just got to take our time and relax. But I'm still predicting, for those who don't know, a 12-5 season. I might be a little crazy, but 12-5, baby.
Bomber, if the Jets go 12-5, you co-host an episode with me, all right?
Bet.
Also, are you based in the New York area? We got to get you at the draft party, Bomber. You know your stuff on the draft.
Yeah, I'm in the New York. Well, I'm in Newark, New Jersey, Linden, wherever. I'm in that area.
We need Bomber at the draft party then, man. We're in a bomber jacket or something, man. That'd be great. Definitely. If you can make it. We'd love to have you, man. That'd be great.
Definitely, man. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bomber, check it in. Excellent call there. I mean, I'm gonna have to watch some tape on Trey Amos from Ole Miss. For what it's worth, it's a very good corner draft. Dom has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 corners with first or second round grades, including 2 in the top 10 and Hunter, obviously, and Will Johnson. Zerai, I don't know if I said his first name right, but Thomas from Florida State is a first-round graded guy from. Jahdae Barron from Texas, another first-round graded guy. First-round, second-round grade. Siobhan Rebel from East Carolina, first-round, second-round grade. So they could get a corner. I don't know if they're going to do it in the first round. I believe it's pronounced Jahdae, by the way. The corner from UT. By the way, if you buy a ticket while I'm on the air, I get an email alert. So I will shout you out if you're watching the show. Reserve your spot. It will sell out. I am confident in this audience. This is the same show that had 450 people RSVP to go to T-Squared Social for Monday Night Football Jets Niners this year. We don't have 400 spaces for this event. So get your ticket. Also, if we get 15 raffle entries, One Punch Briga becomes an emoji for those of you tuning in live right now. More of your calls right now. Let's say hi to the number 5 seed in the chicken soup region. JJ is on the line. Hello, JJ.
What's going on? I'm a little under the weather, so sorry for my voice. But I know you guys like this guy, Tet. What's his name? Tet McMillan?
Tet McMillan from Arizona.
I don't know. I don't really know. I like the guy from Ohio State a little bit better. Plus, Ohio State has a proven track record of giving quality wide receivers into the NFL. This guy's coming from Arizona. The team wasn't really that good. I would trust an Ohio State guy a little bit better. So I want to go with the Ohio State guy. I think his name is Emeki. He can't even pronounce it. You try real quick, Jake.
Emeka Ubuka, I think, right?
All right, let's go with that.
Yeah, he's gonna go in the first round.
Yeah, he's going to go in the first round, so I think that he should go to us. It looks like this draft class is loaded with offensive line talent, so we could probably get a right tackle in the second round. So why not go with a weapon in the first round? That's what I'm on board for. There's no reason that we should be hearing anybody talking about moving Elijah Vera Tucker to right tackle. I know you'd think that has nothing to do with his injury history. The man, we drafted him to be a left guard. Okay, now he's a right guard. Okay, and now we want to move him back to right tackle. Can we just leave him at right guard for the rest of his career and stop this? This every day it's a new position for him. Just let him play right guard and let him, be great at one position. I'm tired of hearing about it. Also, I think Gary put on a masterclass yesterday against Barbarossa in that debate. I think he mopped the floor with him. I think you guys need to put some more respect on Gary's name. You guys can't compete with him when it comes to these debates. He makes you guys look foolish. Dave Berga, I'm conflicted because I like Dave Berga, but I mean, Gary just makes everyone look foolish when it comes to these debates. You can't debate the man.
You think so?
Do you disagree?
I do.
You think Gary looks like a fool? I mean, but you've always had a hatred for Gary, so
I like Gary. I just think when it comes to him arguing, he always will think he's right no matter what, and he's not always right.
I mean, he's more than he's wrong.
That's not the point.
But if he has 80% track record of being right and he's only wrong,
you think it's 80%? See, the moon landing debate. What doesn't make any sense, JJ? He's asking Briga for the burden of proof. No, Gary, you're the one who has the outlier opinion that it's fake. You have to prove that it's fake. Not the other way around.
I actually think it is the other way around because, like Gary said, these guys are making absolute claims. They're saying the moon landing is 100%. Sorry, I'm getting a call. They're saying the moon landing is 100% real. And Gary's saying, okay, well, then prove it. And no one can bring proof that the moon landing was real. All they say is that, there was cameras. Barbarossa yesterday saying that if I want to say this, though. I do think we went to the moon. I'm just saying that I agree with Gary when he said yesterday that Barbarossa's claim of, why didn't Russia prove Barbarossa? Okay. I'm going to call in Barbarossa. Tell Barbarossa to call in real quick if he thinks I'm a moron. Please. Let's see if he calls in. Because I have some questions for him too. And I know he said that he has a master's in history, so that makes him more qualified to be moon landing than anybody else. So Barbarossa call in. We'll have a nice chat. I don't
Not
even
with your internet, JJ. My God.
There's gonna be a day Jake
How
is
is it
gonna
now?
come on here talking about Robert Saleh, and he's gonna say the same thing. He stinks. Stop defending him.
You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, negative caller JJ in person here on the show.
You guys think that I'm just a negative caller, but I support this team. I'm at every home game, every away game, and even at training camps. Don't believe me? Ask DJ Reed.
But right now, we out here. Hold up, you know what time it is.
Even Ryan Fitzpatrick thinks I should win. He gave me a candy cane. No matter what our record is, no matter what the weather's like, JJ's still at the games, rooting on his team.
He's back! Will you vote for JJ? That is the question. Will you vote for JJ when he goes up against the big fella in the round of 32? That matchup coming soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy won his matchup the other day on the program. The Hamburger is up next, and he joins us now. What's up, Hamburger?
What's up, Jake? How you doing, man?
What's going on?
Not much. Just waiting another 32 minutes for the corned beef and cabbage to be done.
Oh, what a day, man. What a day.
Yes. Yes, we eat it once a year, but I'm very excited for it.
I'm excited for you. That's great.
Yeah. So I'm deciding whether or not I'm going to go or not. Well, I'm probably going to go to the draft party. I'm just unsure yet if Mrs. Hamburger's coming with me.
Oh, we need to get Mrs. Hamburger there. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to get her there, but we have to find a babysitter and stuff. So if I find a babysitter, I'll be able to take her along and have a nice night. So I'm excited for that. Is my internet breaking up?
You sound okay.
Oh, okay. Well, my daughter's on her VR headset, so it's probably hello. She's probably taking up some of the internet. But yeah, thank you for my win, everybody. Do you know who I'm matched up against next?
Of course I do. Let me pull up the bracket here. Let's get to the butter region. Let's take a look. Hamburger, you're slated to match up against Mr. Gary 3D Boxing himself.
That's awesome. Gary's probably gonna win that. What's up, Gary?
It's only right. It's only right.
Yeah,
Me
it's
versus you.
true. Fact,
It's
man.
only right.
I
had to
believe
see
me.
you at
I
some
think
point.
I would vote for you over me.
Oh,
You're
I
more
appreciate
entertaining
that.
than I am.
I appreciate that, Hamburger.
So
Hamburger, where do you stand on the moon landing?
It's funny. I'm unsure of it. There's no real proof either way, but they did just put that whole video through. I know I heard on Joe Rogan, whether or not it's true or not, that they put that through the supercomputer that they just did, and that the AI is detecting that it's like it's not superimposed, but it's all miniaturized things and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I like to believe that it was real. But then again, at that time, we were in a space war. Who can get to the moon fast? And, United States at that time were probably leading the industry in filmmaking and things like that. So you look at Star Wars, there's parts in that movie that look so real, but meanwhile, they did it with toys. So you never know. It could go either way for me. I don't like to sit and ponder. It's not that important in my life. I know they go there now. I know they can get up there and do what they need to do now. So whatever.
The great ASMANIAC Space War of 2025, they're calling it.
They can orbit the moon with a mannequin, but they can't put a person up there because they can't get through the Van Allen radiation belt. And one of the
you lost me already. You lost me now.
One of the technicians at NASA, but we don't have the technology to get through it. It's like, well, then how did you do it in 1969 if you don't have the technology to do it?
Explain to get through what? The radiation belt where?
The Van Allen radiation belt. Yeah, they go up there with a guy.
Where's that?
It's in space. It's 1,000. It's about 1,000.
How are they at the space? How are they at the space station?
Oh, hello, ladies.
It's beyond the space station. The space station is not that far off. Like the space station is closer than you think.
All right, well, Garrett, we've been through this. I guess the only thing I want to say to JJ is I don't know how JJ could possibly have heard all this and thought you were right. But I don't know if I really want to argue with you. How's your day going, Gary? All right.
My day is good, and your argument that the government didn't lie about the moon landing, but they lied about the space rock is like they didn't lie about the moon landing. And my proof of that is they lied about the moon landing. It's like this is kind of a weird argument,
It's not. I mean, you clearly aren't following it, but okay.
You're saying they lied about the moon rock, correct?
No, what didn't somebody in the chat say that it was a mistake, that we thought it was a moon rock, but it was actually petrified wood? Wasn't that what someone in the chat said?
We gave the Dutch. The Dutch was opening up a space museum, and we gave them a rock from the moon. The rock was made of petrified wood, meaning it didn't come from the moon, unless someone really has them explaining it to it. There's petrified forest on the moon.
But there isn't. There isn't petrified wood on the moon. So
right. No, I agree.
Yes.
We agree on that. Yeah. So
Yes.
the rock was fake. Yeah. It was
Yes,
fake.
yes, the rock was fake. That doesn't mean the moon landing was fake.
Okay. Well, you lied about the moon landing then. So we already know
Wait,
that
wait.
you lied.
Are you talking to me lying or the USA lying?
No, the USA lying. Well, whoever went up there and said they went to the moon lied because they said they got this rock off the moon.
Can you prove that they lied? Can you prove that?
I can prove
Can
that's
you-
a lie. I can prove that rock didn't come up from the moon. I came.
Okay, that's yeah, but can you prove that they didn't go to the moon in 1969? Like, how do you prove that?
No, I can't.
Garrett?
I can't prove that, right? Like, can I prove that this guy didn't kill his wife? No, I can't. But I can look at the evidence and say there's really no evidence there to suggest that he did. Right? I can't prove that no one went to the moon. I can look at the evidence that you present me and say, yeah, that didn't happen. That's a lie, right? I mean, it's just like, can I prove
that seems
my dog
fair.
ate the homework, right? No, I can't prove that. But do you have any evidence that your dog ate the homework? No, I don't have any evidence for that. Like, well, then I'm not going to believe you.
Okay. But I mean, you have all these videos, right? We talked about the video evidence. We talked about satellites. Talked about all the people and the fact that you can't 10,000, 100,000 people couldn't keep this
How
secret.
did they get the film through the Bennett Island radiation belt? You're not as old as me, right? But if you remember back in the 80s, you couldn't get Kodak film through the.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Can't do it anymore. Can't do it. That's enough moon landing for right now. I'd rather watch Charles Gorman wipe his ass on the Bobby Midnight Show. I mean, man. What a show that was today, huh? More of your calls right now. This guy has begged for the call-in link 70 different times. He calls in, then leaves. Hopefully he's a real human. We don't know. I think he's real. We're going to find out. Aced up, are you a real human?
Yeah, what's up, Jake, man?
What's up,
going
Aced
on?
up? I'm glad you figured out how to come on.
Yeah, my phone was like, I don't know, it was freezing up when I got in, and my mic was on, but my camera wouldn't go on. If you've seen, I was popped in and out a couple times. That's because I guess it was trouble on my end, whatever, and then I couldn't get the link. Well,
You're good,
whatever.
man. I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah, I got it in. I'm actually, because I'm in my car, so I moved and parked by the 7-Eleven. I was like, fuck it, let me try again. And I got it all. Anyways, yeah, I tried to get on a couple other times. I like this show, man. Good shit, bro. Dope show. Yeah, and what I was saying about Sauce is, I think he'll take the 30. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll take the 30.
He should.
He should definitely take the 30 because, and then Garrett, you know, and then we still got to sign other key players too. We got other good players on defense, especially Jermaine. We'll see how he plays after the injury. You know what I'm saying? His contract, he gonna need to be paid coming up too. This is what he got, one more year next year.
Well, they had the 5th-year option on these guys, right? So they have them under contract for this year and then the following year.
Yeah, and then Brees Hall, what are you gonna do? You're gonna trade him? But you know what I'm saying?
Keep him for this year, and you know
exactly. Tag him, maybe, if anything.
Yeah, or maybe they extend him. Maybe you take a 2-year extension. Like you look at the contract Barkley got, right? People are going goo goo gaga. Like ultimately, it was a 2-year deal that looked a lot more than it was.
Yeah, absolutely. We got it. We need offensive players, absolutely. I think we need to draft some offense. Definitely the offensive line. See what happens. You know. I hope we do better than last year. I hope at least we do better than last year. But I understand the 4-win season. I understand, absolutely. But I'm hoping 6, 8.
I'm hoping 9 in a playoff.
Hoping 9. Shit, that'd be great. That'd be great. But look what happened last year. We were hoping Super Bowl last year, and what happened?
I mean, look, the biggest unknown is the coaching staff. Aced up. If Aaron Glenn and Tanner Engstrom and company are good, this team could be a lot better than many things.
Exactly. And if we kept Aaron Rodgers and then with this coaching, we probably would have been good. I think we would have been much better off than signing Fields and doing all this. But whatever. That is what it is. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we got the best option, Fields, and who knows? There's more, like you said, like you always say, there's more upside to him than anybody that we could have possibly have got. So, thanks for taking my call, Jake, man. You know, I watch the show a lot. I'm going to continue to watch, call in.
Hey, where are you based, Aced up? Where are you from?
I'm from Jersey, Bergen County.
Oh, you got to come to the party then, man. I got to meet you in person.
Absolutely. What is it? It's on the 24th you're doing it?
Yeah, so the first round of the draft, Thursday night, April 24th.
Thursday night. It depends on my work schedule, though. I'm a union carpenter, so that's why I'll be all over. And sometimes even now when I'm at work, I'll just jump in real quick because I can't watch live. I'll jump in real quick, vote, put my vote in for the Asmaniac tournament.
Yeah.
It's dope, bro. I like the show, man. It's cool as fuck.
Thanks, A-Step. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully I'll get to meet you. Great call. Glad you figured out how to call in. Now you know going forward. Nice job. South Philly making it so we're just 10 away from the one punch Briga emoji. He's in the raffle for 5 with this greatness that you see on the screen. Let's go, baby. This is for South Philly, who is blessing us with a 5 spot.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
All right, if you hear your name, you're a member. And I'll tell you what, if you're the person who gifts Big Fella or Purple Belt Mike their membership, if you gifted 5, you're getting 10 raffle entries. If you gifted 10, you're getting 20 raffle entries. So if you hook up one of our longtime Asmaniacs with their monthly membership, we will make it worth your while by doubling what it would normally be in terms of raffle entries for this week's raffle. Leon M., James Thurlow, Gregory Boland, Tom Crumbs, and Mike Rotunda, all receiving channel memberships, courtesy of South Philly. Big Fella says, Jake, the tape I've seen on Tyler Johnson I like could be a nice pickup, maybe an upgrade from Lazard. I mean, right now, Lazard could be on this team. I guess if he takes a pay cut, they're saying. I don't know if I like that. Look, Tyler Johnson's got some big playability, Big Fella, but I'm not expecting much. He's been in the league for, 5 years already now? I think he was drafted in 2020. Like, I wouldn't expect much from him, man. Wrong Verb says, Jake, can you invite Neil deGrasse Tyson on the show? Yeah, him and Gary would hit it off. Bino says, Superman owns a pair of Briga undies. Let me tell you something. Superman would not have been Superman without Dave Briga. Dave Briga said, Superman, you got to get a job. And then guess what happened? Superman became Superman and got a job. Bo wants the one punch Briga emoji to go live. He's in for 10. Let's find out who got it. Shout out to Bo Cephas for coming through for the people.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him. And I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
Scott Inger, Peter, Freak Turd Zero, Tyler Hallenbeck, Jeremy Hetty, JBT, Devin Robinson, KMJR6, Green Gang 365, Sonaldo 69, all receiving channel memberships. Unfortunately, no PBM or Big Fella there, though. But, Bo, you're in for 10. Tanella says, Stingley's getting better, Sauce getting worse. Sauce had a down year. Derek Stingley's first 2 years was not close to Sauce Gardner. It wasn't. Trust me, I know the Texans as well as any other team besides the Jets. I was in that market for 6 years. I was on the air when they drafted Stingley. I covered his rookie season when I was still in Houston. And I keep up with the Texans since I left. Stingley, since he came back from injury in 2023, has been a top 2, top 3 corner in the NFL. He's been great. Sauce's full body of work is still better to this point, which is why I wanted the Jets to be proactive and get ahead of signing Sauce, because it would have saved them some money on their cap. Where are all the people, excuse me, that were celebrating the cap space championship while we had to get rid of Aaron Rodgers, baby? I got my cap space ring right here. If we're praising Muji and Glenn for getting rid of Rodgers because we got to win the cap space title, how come we weren't proactive in signing Sauce then by that logic? Because now it's going to cost more to do. That's my point. Bo in for 10. Ladies and gentlemen, he's making it rain.
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships too.
Hey.
The hell with it.
Will Cedar, Joe M, MC Mazy, Richard Clark, Mr. Bigskins, Franco Congliglione, M123, Daniel, all in. All members, courtesy of Bo C. Let's see if we could add this one punch emoji now that Joe Mike made. Ray Danger, classic Gary quote, the space station is not as far as you think it is. LMFAO, love Gary. Gary is something. Gary is something. Mother effing Chew. Was Charles Charles was wiping his ass on Bobby's show, and Bobby said that's okay. Folks, you decide what's happening here.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Hold on. I'm going to play it again just because the comment was covering Charles in the bottom left.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, listening to that again, is he saying wiping my ass, or is it possibly saying washing my hands? That's the only thing I could think of. Is he saying washing my hands right there? I thought when I first heard it, it was wiping my ass. But is he saying washing his hands? One more time for those at home.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I got to be honest. I heard ass. Listen back to it there. Beast, what did you hear when you heard it?
Too much information, but I think he was saying he was washing his hands.
You think so?
Yeah, that's a little too much there. Too much.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm more just stunned Bobby saying that's fine. Like it's just a normal activity to do on a YouTube show. Gangrene in the raffle for 5, baby. Let's go. Sound the alarm. Quants, Sir Luca, M7D, Rob from Glenhead, and Joe Mike, who made the emoji. That's perfect. Let's refresh here. Get this emoji up for Joe Mike. See if it works. Gangrene, awesome job. You're in the raffle for 5. This is the only show on the day today because I flew back from Houston this morning. We announced our draft party, which will sell out, so get your ticket. We have VIP tables available for your groups of 4 and 5. I think we only have like 12 tables you could reserve ahead of time, though, so you got to go quick. Hey, shout out to the Hamburger and Mrs. Hamburger. They just bought tickets to the draft party. Just got the email. Chino in the raffle for 1. Appreciate it, Chino. Let's get to more of your calls, shall we? Let's check in with Philly Noodles. Philly, before you give your Jets take, I'm curious, what do you think Charles was doing in that clip?
Oh, without a doubt, after the third, fourth replay, it's washing hands because there is no way in God's green earth you can wipe your hands with the way his arms were moving and leaning forward. I mean, he would have had to have had either the longest reach or the weirdest angle to do what he did. It was washing hands.
So you think based on the angle, it was clearly a wash?
The lean forward with the arm moving, the arm action on the right.
Let's study the tape here. Let's break it down. I might need to get Fialco on the show again. Hold on.
Yeah, look at the lean.
I'm rolling it here. I'm rolling it. There's no audio, so we just kind of watch it all together. I'm seeing it. No, it's not playing. Is it playing for you? Hold on.
Not playing. No.
Hold on. Let's see if this will play a little bit. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's roll from the top here. All right. Looks like he's leaning.
He's questioning it, and right here, we have a lean. That
looks like a hand wipe. But is he wiping at the beginning of the clip?
Oh, I really hope not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it could have been. Maybe that's why we have
right here in the transition.
Wipe.
Yeah.
Yes. Jake, you might be onto something right there. We might have a moment where he wants to say, I'm wiping because he just finished. And now I'm washing my hands now. I just finished wiping. You guys missed it. Now I'm washing my hands. You might be onto something. I think it might be a mishap of both. He just finished wiping, and now he's washing. It's a full wash at the end.
Leon makes a good point. You do got to use your hands to wipe your ass.
Yeah. I think he might have actually wiped his ass on air without no one noticing. Got called out for what are you doing? Wanted to say he did it, but he went, well, now I'm washing my hands. So I want to say we catch him washing, but we don't know if he did wipe.
We have a controversy on this show. There's no doubt. Obviously, Charles called in earlier. I don't think he's still watching the show because he hasn't called in since we played that clip. So
no. This might discourage his next. Who's his next round opponent?
Charles is going up against.
Not Loski there.
Charles has Johnny Boy.
Johnny Boy might. I mean, he did take out what was Jason with a very swift plan of action. Vote for me. I'm a good guy. I have kids. You know, I do my thing. He might politically take him out. He might try to politically take him out for that.
Yeah,
he really might.
I don't know if it's gonna work. This honestly probably helps Charles' chances knowing this audience.
We know, yeah, he's a fart master. He knows when to fart on air, on cue. If he just wears that shirt, he'll win. That tank top you got him.
Let's see. I'm gonna play the audio here because people are saying we got to hear the audio to get a better idea on what he's saying. So, one more time.
Yeah.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I heard wiping my ass right now. Is it possible he just had wiped his ass so his brain didn't like work fast enough and he was about to wash his hands, but he said he's wiping his ass?
I think it might be it. I think we have the controversy is he definitely why is he still not on camera until he's at
Charles,
the
are
wash
you still
station?
there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll tell you what. I would love to run a poll on this, which way people are leaning, but Lane Train is dominating the poll right now, so I got to leave it open.
Yeah, Elaine's got it. So I'm assuming I'm coming up here probably.
Connor Long has weighed in. Here's the main thing. He said wiping instead of washing, so it is clearly his ass. You know, the youth of America knows how to break things down like this.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, 100%. Connor's got that ear for that.
Siebel says Jake Asman on the case. I would not be doing my last name justice if I wasn't all over this story. So absolutely.
It's just something about Charles with Butch stuff. It's just
what are we calling this controversy? Assgate, as Bo wrote? Wipegate?
Yeah, I would say it's Assgate or Buttgate, Wipegate, wipe or wipewash.
Man.
A little bit of Watergate scandal. Yeah.
Bobby Midnight, if you're out there, we need you to call in to get to the bottom of this. Big fella's right. Also, big fella, someone's got to get this man a membership. We're working on it.
Dude, right. I've never got a membership myself, so I mean.
Do you have it turned on?
Yeah, I have it turned on. I never got it.
You've never received a membership ever?
No.
There's just no way you have it turned on then. This is impossible.
I've had it. I had the same issue as that one dude, but I'm not gonna get irate about it. Remember that one guy? He called you out. That was crazy.
Yeah,
I think that one time. Yeah,
I had anything to do with it.
Yeah. All right. So quick take here. I still think we should try to grab Besh or that kid Nash, wide receiver, late. But I feel like Tyler Warren's got to be the move. Just because you got Smart, it doesn't mean he's the number one starting tight end. I think they rolled with 3 tight ends in Detroit. You know. And one thing I'd like to see happen is hearing any news about Fields trying to become a better passer, maybe working out with Jalen Hurts off season would be dope because Hurts was like him, right? Like he developed into a better passer when they said he wasn't going to be good enough. I would like to see him working out with certain people to become better as a passer over the off season. That'd be good news to hear. But yeah. Other than that, I still haven't seen Doug. I haven't been on the show in almost a week. Still no Doug on the couch. I don't know what's going on. Has he moved to a futon? Has he left furniture altogether? Is he just on the streets? Is it Doug on the streets? We don't know.
You're asking things I don't have the answer to.
I know. Nobody does. I haven't seen him. So
Doug is in the Discord, so I will reach out to him. I'll make sure that he's ready to go for your guys' matchup.
I'll have to hit the streets to see what I find out. Maybe do some interviews with some random strangers out there. You know, it might happen.
Philly Noodles, great call, man. You provided a very good perspective on a lot of things today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Real quick, get a quick take here from a guy who's never wrong on anything. Gary, was he saying he's wiping his ass or washing his hands? Go.
I heard what you heard. I heard he was wiping his ass. That's what I heard.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, it's tough. Also, happy anniversary to Leanie. I feel weird going from Charles wiping his ass to talking about Leanie and her anniversary today. But Leanie, happy anniversary to you and your husband, who I met at the Texans game this year. Man. Also, happy birthday to the Lup man, who was on hold, but he's not on hold anymore. Luppy turned 60 over the weekend. I believe he's on vacation now with his family. So happy birthday to Luppy. Bobby, if you're out there, you got to sing the Luppy for sure. He's an OG. Rich is on the line. He's next. Hey, Rich.
Hey, Dave. What's going on, man?
What's up, Rich? I love the shirt.
Thank you. I just want to go over a couple things with you. First off, I appreciate your loyalty as a Jets fan with all the suffering and your passion for this team.
Oh, you haven't heard? Apparently, I'm not a real Jet fan now because I'm not blindly positive all of a sudden.
No, you are very passionate. And the reason I start with that is because I disagree with you on a couple things. But your passion, you earn every right to be skeptical. And I think we as fans all have the right to be skeptical and to be critical of our team and our organization, ownership, and regime. Now, I was in the camp of I wanted to get rid of Rodgers. It's just, maybe he has one good year left, maybe two. I just don't see – he's not the future. We know that, and I want to go forward with the younger guys. So I'm excited about Fields. But, again, totally respect why that would be aggravating. We've had terrible quarterback play. Rodgers is the best quarterback we've had in a long time, and I liked him as a Jet. But I still wanted to go in the other direction.
I get it. Look, I'm glad they got Fields, too, because at least there is upside there,
Yeah, and I was excited about Fields when he came out. I don't think he's going to be the answer, but I'm excited for him. So, I'm excited to watch what we put on the field this year. I really liked the job Muji's been doing because I'm in the camp of I want to sign our young stars. I want to keep them on the team. I called in a while ago. I don't call in too often, but I called in a while ago. That was my biggest concern. And I like that Garrett seems like he wants to stay a Jet. I like that Sauce wants to stay a Jet. And I like that we haven't been overspending on a lot of guys outside of Fields. I think that's reasonable starter quarterback money. So I like the job they've been doing. And then Stingley came out today and got paid. We had what's it? T. Higgins get paid, and now I'm like, well, fuck, we might have dropped the ball, and now I'm back to shit. I hope Muji knows what he's doing. I was really liking all the moves, and now I'm like, shit, man. I hope we can keep these guys on the team.
Well, I think they will, but what we don't know, I'm somewhat critical of it, but also going to acknowledge, for all we know, the Jets could have said, hey, we want to talk contract, and Sauce said, I'd rather wait for Stingley. Like, we don't know. We don't know. And, we also don't know, was Woody putting the money up to do these extensions? Like, so they have to get him signed, but I'm not going to blast this regime for that necessarily just yet. I do think it should be a priority to get this done now. I don't think you have to wait till after the draft, like some have said they did. Like, Carolina didn't for Horn. Higgins and Chase didn't wait till after the draft for Cincinnati. Stingley just signed today. So you don't need to wait till after the draft to get some of these extensions done, would be my point.
I totally agree, but I feel like I'm more doubtful that they're going to actually do that. Maybe I'm wrong, I have no idea. We're speculating, but I would really like to see that, especially for Garrett, because we know Sauce wants to be here. Garrett, when you have a terrible quarterback as a receiver, what can be more frustrating? I can't think of anything, so I really want to see him locked up. But then again, if they pay Garrett, maybe that's a bad image for Sauce because, they both got drafted the same year. So I don't know. It's a tough situation, man. But I'm excited for the draft. I don't really know who I want them to take. If they draft Tet, I was really a fan of drafting Tet, but if they draft him, are they going to be able to keep two top receivers eventually when the time comes? I feel like, I don't know, dude. The salary cap stresses me out, man.
They can. It goes up. The Cincinnati just did it. Miami's done it. You got to remember too, Rich, in all likelihood, if Fields is the quarterback at 2026, he's the lowest paid full-time starter in football. That's not a rookie. And if he's not the guy in 2026, then they likely have a first-round pick at quarterback starting for them that's on a rookie deal. So they have plenty of flexibility to build this roster up.
So that's one of the reasons why I love the Field signing a lot. I think a lot of fans are thinking about long-term getting a quarterback next year. And one of the big mistakes we made, you hammered on one of the points over and over again. We always sign first-time head coaches, which has a ton of risk, and we keep expecting new results. I'm excited for Glenn because he's been here before. I think that's a big deal. He knows the market. He knows the scrutiny of the media. So I feel really good about him for that reason. But the other big thing we make a mistake of all the time, repeatedly, we start our guys way too early. So if we draft a guy next year, I would love to see Fields still starting next year and let the guy sit for a year, develop behind Fields. That makes me really excited. He's getting $20 million a year. Like you said, that's a good contract for a starting quarterback. So yeah, I'm hopeful, man. And I'm in the draft. I'm rooting for Tyler Warren, Membu, or Tet. Any of those guys, I'll be excited. I'm excited to see what Muji can do, man. It'll be cool.
I love it. Rich, if you're based in the New York area, you got to come to the draft party, man.
I'm from New York. I live in California with
Ah.
the fans and Rams fans. It sucks. It's painful being a Jets fan out here. I get no mercy.
I love it. Rich, good call, man. Hang in there. Call back more. We need more callers like Rich there. Good points. Newest stuff. Love it. I know there's a ton of Jet fans, at least in Cali. So if you're in LA, you got to find the Jet Bar out there. I know there is one. Bino with a super chat. If someone uses the gainfully employed angle as a strategy, a few guys can get knocked off, not mentioning any names. Well, right now, I believe only one of our 1 seeds in ASMANIAC Madness has a job. Now, Bobby could have a job by tomorrow. We know Gorman's on the prowl for a job, he has said. But Lane, who's going right now, is the only confirmed 1 seed with a job. Now, all right. I got some breaking news here, folks. All right. We have a major update in Whitegate.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
I just received this text from one Gator McCluskey. I'm responsible for this controversy. The video has been edited. Charles was not on screen, so I took the liberty to show him rather than the ceiling. I will send an update. I didn't give it that much thought, sending new. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the unedited footage of the Gorman wipe or non-wipe. You be the judge. I haven't seen this myself yet. So we'll find out right now what actually happened.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wiping my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
He's wiping his ass. That just confirmed it. He's wiping his ass.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wiping my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
He's wiping his ass, right? That's what I'm hearing. Or is he saying, now people are saying hands in the chat. I heard ass. I heard ass. Hold on. Maybe I want to play it again.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wiping my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I heard wiping ass. I didn't hear hands. I really didn't. David says, I heard working hard. Purple Belt Mike definitely wiping ass. There's no water running to be washing. Papa Jet washing hands. How is that? I mean, man, the film from this is more controversial than the moon landing film we were debating earlier. Leany can't tell. Beastbreaker says, I think wiping his ass. Matt, if this was an ASMANIAC Madness poll, it'd be 50-50, it looks like. Alan writes in, wow, this is a different show than I expected. When you stink year after year, I shouldn't expect anything different. Well, I'll tell you what, Alan. I got some good news for you, man. All right. You don't have to watch the show anymore because your day is done.
Now look what you've done, Alan. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
I mean, let me get a quick take on this. Mike, what did you say?
So he definitely was wiping his ass. And the reason why is because water was not running. If you're washing your
Interesting.
hands, you need water running, and you're not gonna not hear that. Water can like.
Oh, hold on, Mike. Hold on. You're back.
I said water can take the sound out of everything. So while he was talking, you would have heard it even more amplified. So unless he was washing his hands with air, he definitely said wiping his ass.
All right, let's go through it one more time. Once again, this is the unedited version that Gator has provided.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my hands right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't hear hands. Like I don't hear any. I hear ass.
No, it's
you know?
ass. It's ass. It's hilarious, but yeah. It's definitely ass.
I hear wiping ass. I do. I can't lie to the people.
That's gonna win the tournament, though, for sure. More and more I think about it.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. Original.
Gator says there's no doubt, and Gator obviously went through the footage to provide it. So I got the clip sent to me, which I love, by the way. If you guys see something funny that happens on a Gorman or Bobby show, let me know. Dixon Yas DM'd me today on Instagram. He sent me a screen grab of that, like a screen recording. I said, get me the timestamp so Gator could pull the actual clip to dress it up to look presentable for the show. Man. Gary, they're saying that the Gorman film might have been directed on a soundstage, like the moon landing film. Your thoughts?
It's possible, but I thought it was even more clear on this one. Who says wiping your hands? No one even says that. It has to be ass. So who takes a dump and then says I gotta wipe my hands? People don't even talk like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my hands right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Here's the question I have. Of the people that were on the show, Jaden, who's on every Bobby show but never calls this one, Addison, Lane Train, Bobby, what did they think? Because they were there in real time experiencing it. That's the question. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the thought of a fellow one seed on the topic. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheats fan.
It's Chiefs fan.
Guess what? I'm still looking for a job, bitches.
It's Chiefs fan.
I'm just going to rub my hands together all day.
It's Chiefs fan.
There's a whole lot of DNA on this couch.
Let's hear it for Chiefs fan.
Look, it's my dead neighbor that I didn't kill. Yo, what up?
Cheats fan.
I have to use the last bucket. I have a melon head.
Your head is that big?
Yeah. I
That
got
looks good. I'm glad it arrived.
Even if it's a tight fit, I'll still wear it.
You look great.
Yeah, I got to shave before I go out to eat. Good thing about Denny's, they called me back, hired my old manager, and that's another option.
Wait a second. Is Dave Briga a revolutionary? Think about it. You're about to maybe get a job. I mean, Gorman is on the prowl for a job. Bobby might have a job by tomorrow. I feel like Dave.
Well,
Briga,
even Denny's even told me I could work with a cast. I just have to just clean tables and mop with one hand and clean the toilets with one hand. They told me that they could do that for part time. Even
you could do that,
even with one hand. Like I know people at Walmart still stock with gas. Walmart has people stocking. When I went to Walmart a few days ago, I seen people with gas still stocking, trying to get by. So if Walmart allows, yeah, I think he said wipe his ass. I wasn't on the show. I could have been on that show, but I was teaching someone how to play. I was teaching someone how to play Mario Kart. They bought a Switch off of someone, and then I was also teaching them how to play Mario Party since they're a big Mario fan.
Would you say Dave Briga is single-handedly dropping the unemployment rate in the U.S.?
Yes. Yeah, I even have a side gig. Like I can still walk. I even have. I can still walk dogs with one hand. I just can't do as many. Like I even contacted the dog walking agency. I'm like, well, just make sure you are holding the dog and they don't walk away.
I think
Like,
the U.S. government needs to hire Briga. Man, we got to get him in some sort of role where
yeah.
he helps.
I mean, I don't
get
like
jobs.
I don't like Elon, but maybe he could do better job than Elon cutting down on the budget.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one punch Briga emoji is officially
Hell
live.
yes.
Let's
Briga.
go, baby. Let's go.
I love it. Yeah. So to celebrate, my friend who works there now as a cook and a manager, as a co-manager with the other manager coming back, I will be going to Denny's tonight to celebrate my old manager getting rehired.
So your old manager gets rehired, and now it paves the way for you to potentially go back to Denny's.
Yeah. Basically, she's doing part-time, so I will work on the same days of her, or I will go full-time and work on the same days, and I will probably do overnight shifts. Because if I do overnight shifts, me and my friend he'll pick me up in his Camaro and we'll go over there. Like he's got a 90s Camaro, not one of the fancy ones, one of the rebuilt models, one of the cheaper Camaros they came out with. Like, when they were getting cheaper with plastic with cars in the 90s.
Are you excited for the Denny's celebration?
I am.
A little
My
grand
friend
slam tonight. What are we getting?
I'm actually gonna go and get the chocolate chip wheat pancakes with the Grand Slam, turkey bacon, and turkey sausage. I know Gary might be upset about that, but like my doctors did my blood work and my cholesterol's through the roof with that. Trying to do
Really?
a carnivore diet, yeah. Don't mean to upset you, Gary, but like I want to live to be past 50 at least. Because that's what they told me. If my cholesterol stays this way, I'm not making it past 50.
I hope you make it past 50, Cheats fan.
Thank you. I really appreciate this hat, by the way, even though it's like on this last buckle.
Well, you've earned it, Cheats fan. You said you
Yeah.
wanted it, and I'm happy to.
I like the green black because like if I could like go to a Jets game, what I'll probably do is I'll just have you guys get one of those knockoff shirts and have a green. Like if I go to a Jets game, I'll see if you can get one of those shirts. So this is a green black Jets shirt, and I'll wear that if I'm able to go to a game with y'all. No need to get me like a jersey or anything.
Dave Briga says, "Congrats, Cheats fan." He's
Thank you.
thrilled that you're gonna have a job.
Well, here's the thing. There's multiple things I could do with work. It's just this means part-time. And even my doctor's like, don't get one just yet. Don't overdo it. I'm like, doc, it's a part-time job. I like when I'm cleaning tables, yes, I'm going to have someone help me clear the table.
Mike
Like,
wants
well-
to know how your head could be so big.
I never knew. Like I bumped my head a lot as a child. Maybe that's a reason.
South
Like-
Philly says Freddy Krueger has nightmares about Dave Briga.
Damn straight. Actually, Scary Terry does. If you guys watch Rick and Morty, you know what Scary Terry is?
I haven't seen Rick and Morty that often.
Off version of Rick and Morty's Freddy Krueger, and he says the B word all the time. If you know what I mean, like science.
Dave Briga says the kids I work with love me. They know I'm real.
Hell yeah.
They call him One Punch Briga.
And the thing is, even if it's pushed off until the end of April to get the job, it's fine because they say by the end of April, I should be through half of my physical therapy.
Gary says keep your kids away from Briga.
Oh, come on. Don't say that. He's a sweet old man.
Don't call him old.
My bad, Burger.
I'll apologize right now.
I'm sorry, Burger.
It's Chiefs fan.
Guess what? I'm still looking for a job, bitches.
It's Chiefs fan.
I'm just going to rub my hands together all day.
It's Chiefs fan.
There's a whole lot of DNA on this couch.
Let's hear it for Chiefs fan.
Look, it's my dead neighbor that I didn't kill.
Gary, you wouldn't let One Punch Briga babysit Decker?
Yeah, no, not for 5 minutes with both me and Meg.
Oh, hold on. Briga cut you out. You're back.
Not for 5 seconds. Not with both me and my wife in the house. Not for 5 seconds.
How come?
He's a little irrational, a little over emotional. First of all, a guy babysitter. It's a little weird, right? Like
A
it's
guy
little
can't
strange.
babysit?
Okay. Let me ask you. So hypothetically, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you have a little 2-year-old daughter. You take her to a daycare, drop her off for a daycare. There's a bunch of 20-year-old guys there, and across the street there's another daycare with a bunch of 20-year-old girls. Where are you dropping your kid off?
The best rate, the safest environment.
Both prices are the same. One daycare has 5 20-year-old guys, the other has 5 20-year-old girls. Where are you dropping your kid off, Jake? Be honest. Okay, see.
I don't know. I think there's more to it. I don't think it has to be a man or woman babysitter. You're talking about daycare. Daycare, probably women, I guess, but I don't know enough about that.
But
I would look at Thunderlips nails it. I'd look at the Yelp review and find out which is better.
This is if you drop your 2-year-old daughter off at daycare of 5 20-year-old guys, you're gonna.
But we're not talking about 20-year-old guys. We're talking about Dave Briga.
70-year-old old emotional irrational guys is even worse. That's even worse.
Okay, so who would you rather babysit your children, Cheats fan or Briga?
Mrs. Chiefs fan, if such a person exists. Like we were talking
Beast
about
Breaker or Briga?
Like I'm not just giving my kid up. Like I will fight to the death of me. You'll have to kill me before one of those two things happen.
Charles
We were talking
Gorman
about
or
this-
Briga?
Oh, Gorman. Gorman's good. Gorman got a little issue with the porn. It was a little disturbing. But I guess Gorman. Gorman over those guys. Gorman over Breaker. Gorman over Beast Breaker. I like those guys near my kids. Gorman has a good heart. He's a kind guy.
I think you're too down on Dave. Dave is single-handedly helping people get jobs, motivating them.
How did he help them get jobs?
I don't think Bobby would be this aggressive in getting a job. Same with Charles. Same with Cheats fan. If it wasn't for One Punch Briga.
Bobby had applied for multiple jobs already, and he had gotten the state involved to help him find work. So Bobby was already well on his way to finding a job. It's just the timing of it. Briga, spoke up while Bobby was in the process. Chiefs fan always had a job. He just couldn't keep a job. Like the problem with Chiefs fan wasn't he didn't want to work. It was that he didn't keep his job, right? He went from job to job to job. Gorman, I don't, I haven't gotten a bird's eye view into why Gorman isn't working, nor is it really any of my business.
Here, I got a babysitter on the line for you. Beast, would you babysit Gary's children?
Sure, why not? What else am I gonna do? Play hopscotch all day? And go.
That's what I want. I want Beast Breaker.
Hey, Garrett, question. How about one of these days you get yourself that little thing called for pizza? We'll do a match. You get yours, and I'll get my Sicilian style. I'll get my Sicilian style, and we'll go 1-on-1, man to man. Your pizza gets my pizza.
I'm not backing down. I don't have a pizza. I'm happy to do this. I love pizza. I'm happy to do this. I'm not against this at all. I'm just trying to set up a format and rules that we can abide by.
You make your sauce. I'll make my sauce. And you have your cheese.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna use my mom's sauce and tell you it's mine. I'm just
No. Hey, you have your sauce. I have mine. But we're gonna make the cheeses even because we both love pecorino. We both love the mozzarella and the provolone.
Pecorino Romano.
Yes, I do. But the Greg Zerline. How about we put a poll? Does everybody want to get rid of Greg Zerline?
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? You get to pick the one to make the show rock.
I don't know how we got the Greg Zerline from Beast babysitting Gary's children to then the pizza face-off. Beast, I'm loving the new mic, man. We figured it out, finally. Shout out to everyone. Thank Gator for Beast having a workable connection now. All it took was the Buffalo Jet fan mic. BJF, if you're watching, you're an inspiration. All right, let's get to a couple more calls, and then we'll wrap the show. This guy doesn't call often, but when he does, he always brings it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
These nuts.
What's up, Mike?
What up, bro?
How we feeling?
Good, man. I just wanted to tap in. You know I got Dave Brigger coming up. Listen, bro, I got a job, so you can't come at me that way. So let's make this matchup pretty fun. I respect Dave. I think Dave is a good guy, but I think I got it on him. I'm not really worried about him.
What do you think he'll try and come after you with, Mike? What will be his game plan?
He can't. There's nothing that he can do. What's he gonna say bad about me?
I don't know.
What's he gonna say? I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad Jets fan. I'm a bad guy. He can't come at me in any way. There's no way that he can come at me. I think the community is gonna come for me, but I'm not worried about Dave. I mean, Dave is a good guy. I respect the shit out of him. He's a really good old Jets guy. I don't want to say old, but he's an older Jets guy. He's an OG guy. Got all the respect in the world for him, but I'm not worried about him. Not worried about him. So I think King Losi in the next round will be good.
I'll tell you what, Mike. What might concern you, just looking at it from afar here. These last couple shows, Brigga taking on Bobby Benight, taking on Gary. Brigga he's hot right now. He's like a 15 seed that beat a 2. They got some confidence. They got some swagger going into that round of 32 matchup,
But it's all bullshit takes. It's nothing that has to do with anything. What are we talking about? The moon landing? What are we talking about? All that bullshit? Like, it has nothing to do with anything. So it has nothing to do with anything. So I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty confident. I think I'll be good. I'm not really worried about it. I think the community will come and be with me. So I'm not really worried about it.
I like it. I'll tell you what, Mike. I'm excited for that battle.
Dave can bring his shit. I'm gonna send some shit to Gator. You know what I mean? It's all gonna be respectful. But Dave, I'm coming for your fucking ass, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all right?
Mike D's Nuts is ready for Dave Brigga. Yeah.
Dave.
Bang. Thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership.
He's saying how nice he's going to be to Brigga. I was not expecting him at the end there to be like, I'm coming for that ass. Whatever he said. Bo C, in for 10. I got to wind down the show, but we'll keep going. We've got a couple more people on hold here. This is for you, Bo. You're the man.
Money.
For those of you tuning in late, you missed an all-time show featuring Charles Gorman wiping his ass on the Bobby Midnight show. Did it happen? We don't know. A lot of other things as well. More moon landing discussion and more chances to win the raffle prize. Maynard jersey, Wilson helmet, Corbett helmet, Brandon Marshall jersey, all autographed. I got more prizes coming too because we've gained a lot of memberships. And also, if you tuned in late, please RSVP to our draft party. It is $30. It includes a free drink, a beer, wine, or seltzer of your choice, and an automatic entry into the raffle that night. And I can already tell you 3 of the top prizes. Signed Sauce Gardner jersey, signed Jermaine Johnson jersey, signed Nick Mangold jersey, among other items. So you go to the draft party, you have a chance to come away with signed Jet items. I'm doing the show from there. It will be on the speakers inside the venue. This place is located right near Penn Station and Grand Central, so it is easy to walk to. And if you have a group of friends and you want to get a guaranteed table, you can reserve it in advance. There's tables for general admission, but I can't guarantee you a spot unless you show up there right at 7 when the doors open. It's a huge venue, but we only got limited table space. So you can reserve a table for your group ahead of time. Mattia says, bro, when I'm watching the Knicks game with Jake and the rest of the people that are going, I'm going to be drunk watching the video. Matthias, I look forward to seeing you Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Long Island is on the line. One of the great teachers in the history of the New York State education system. The 11th seed in this tournament, Snowball, is on the line, and he's next. Hello, Snowball.
That was some intro. Thank you so much.
Well, you accused me of rooting for your opponent. I'm just showing support on St. Patrick's Day here.
Okay. It's, it's subliminal, but that's besides the point. First of all, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Is Gary still on hold?
He is not still on hold, surprisingly.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to ask him if he would allow me to babysit his children. That was a question. The other thing is Mike D's nuts. I don't think a lot of people realize that there are a lot of new people on the show. Like a lot of new people are watching. But I believe Mike D's nuts was one of the major contributors to the Keith Best membership-a-thon. You remember that when we were trying to get
absolutely
right? He
well
was
said. Absolutely
420, right? I think it was like 420 memberships that show.
That was the total we had that show. I don't know though how many Mike gifted.
Right.
I'm sure it was a ton.
He was like more than half.
Yep.
So yeah. So big ups to Mike D's nuts, not taking anything away from Dave Briga. Dave Briga is the man, but just saying. I just wanted
these matchups are tough, man. We're in the round of 32 almost. I mean,
this is going to be a tough one. That is a very, very tough matchup. So I don't know if Dave or Mike thinks they have it in the bag, but I'm saying that this is going to be one of those Australian matches. I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway,
down to a couple votes.
Clinton Hall is that just for Asmaniacs on that night?
Yeah, it's just us.
It's exclusive Asmaniacs.
So there was a small event that was already going on that night in a separate area of the location, but it is basically all Asmaniacs that will be taking over this place.
All right, so count me in, and I'll see you Saturday.
Bring Mrs. Snowball.
I will bring Mrs. Snowball. I'll try to bring the whole family, but you'll meet Boy Snowball.
I love it. It is for all ages. There will be a bracelet for people that are underage. That's the only thing.
Boy Snowball is of age, so it's okay.
And Boy Snowball, his first beer is on me then.
All right. Very good. Take care. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, and be well.
Love it. Snowball, great call. From Snowball to a guy Snowball just referenced. Down in Australia we go. Craig is next. Hello, Craig.
I'm basking in the glory of my big win here. It's continued since Friday.
Wow. How has life changed for you in Australia, Craig, since the big win?
People stop me in the street, here. And I mean, the Aussie versus Aussie thing was so big here. It was national news. And I've had to lock myself in my office today just to get some respite from all the autograph hunters. But I'm surviving. And so who does that put me up against in the next round?
Let's take a look, Craig. You are taking on
Jets Johnny.
Jets Johnny, yeah.
Right, Jets Johnny, and then the winner of us play is against the Hamburger and Gary. Right. Well, this could be interesting. If I'm up against the Texan, right? If I'm up against the Texan, it's going to be flag in the office versus flag in the office. Who's more?
Your
Texan?
pictures are straight though, Craig. You don't have the crooked photos. You know how to hang it up properly. Well done.
Okay, I'm not saying I am Gary. All right, it's not like that. It's not like that. Although I predict that Gary would think for a moment about me babysitting his kids. I think we're friends at this point. I don't think I'd be drawing dead to that idea.
Also,
speaking
Craig, your opponent's in the chat, by the way, Jets Johnny.
Jets Johnny, g'day mate. How you going? We're friends until we're not. But let's wait and see. I'm going to throw the boomerang now. It'll get to wherever you are, probably by the matchup. But it's 5 weeks this coming Thursday. 5 weeks this Thursday. I will be stateside, and unfortunately, I'll be stateside during the draft party, but I'll be in LA.
Oh, we just missed you.
With Addison. I'm going to have lunch. Luke and I are having lunch with Rick Kent as a minimum, and then we're going to the baseball with Addy and his mate Joe. So
you go to a Dodger game?
yeah, it's no Angels.
Angels.
Yeah, so I've got to schlep down to Anaheim, and apparently we're not allowed to root for the Angels. I'm told.
You could stop at Disneyland, which is in Anaheim.
Yeah, if I wanted to queue up 3 hours for a roller coaster, I would do exactly that. But we only have the one day, and I've got multiple things to do. One of them, I've got to get to In-N-Out Burger because Mrs. As everyone knows at this point, is so desperate to go there, but won't be going there in this trip. So Luke and I have got to send her photos like this. It has to be done. We love to troll in this country, you see. So I can't wait, mate. It's going to be amazing, and I'll find a venue for us to catch up at in Manhattan.
Can't wait, Craig. I can't wait.
Are you since you've been back in Manhattan? Are you out and about? Are you going to venues?
I got some spots. You probably know more spots than me, though. Craig's more in New York than anyone that watches the show. Let's be real. I mean, no one knows Manhattan in particular like Craig.
You're talking about where the meetups are, and I'm like, yeah, I've been on that corner. I know exactly where it is. I don't need I don't need a map to get there. I know which train it is. I'm going to be hyper jealous, but I hope everyone has an epic time. And when the time comes, I'll do a decent super chat to donate some drinks money so that some people can have some drinks on me.
Love it. Craig, you're the man. You're a legend. I can't wait for you and Jets Johnny. That is quite the matchup there.
I'm excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig in Australia. Hit the Craig emoji for Craig. Skills Baby says, conspiracy theory, Gary must not win his region. I'll tell you what, I had Gary go into the Elite Eight, but I picked Craig in one of the brackets I was filling out to beat him. But then I think in my final one, because you only could submit one, I had Gary. It was tough. There's no perfect brackets left, by the way, thanks to Jets Johnny beating Allen. No perfect brackets remain. And we're not even done with the opening round yet. We just started the opening round of the train region. And with the actual NCAA tournament starting this week, our goal is to have our national championship game in ASMANIAC Madness right around the same time of the actual national championship game in the real March Madness. All right, couple calls left. I want to give a huge shout out to listener Damien, who just purchased a ticket to attend our draft party. Damien, you're the man. Looking forward to seeing you in person. Also, Indy Jets reached out to me. He wants me to connect him with Philly Noodles. Philly Noodles, shoot me an email, and I will put you both on an email chain. Indy Jets wants to see if you want to go to the draft party together. Let's make that happen. So, Philly, email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, and I'll put you on this chain here with Indy. Ladies and gentlemen, on the line right now is someone that I believe is in action on our first show tomorrow. And he's called in to make his case. Ladies and gentlemen, the Robert C. Hello, Robert. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
no. A Stuff says, how can I see my bracket? Check the bracket website you filled it out on. It's the same, the Run Your Pool website. I'll post it in the chat right now. Big Fella says, what day do I go up against JJ? I don't have the advanced schedule for that yet, Big Fella, but I can try and tell you. Hold on. Looking like Saturday this week, Big Fella. Saturday in my one show that day. Subject to change, though. All right, let's get to Neil. He's on the line. Neil, I better be seeing you at this draft party. The draft is your time, baby.
Well, I'm going to bring a couple straight jackets for Indy Jet, the Rogers derangement syndrome straight jackets. We need one for Indy Jets, and because he's reaching out to Philly Noodles, who's already in the Rogers derangement syndrome room. There's a few others that could join that room. But I want to say this to you. You know, I've been portrayed recently as a negative Jet fan, Jake. And as you know, I am the most positive guy when it comes to the Jets. And I've been doing some thinking, and I want to tell you something. We're going to be very reminiscent of the Eagles' first year with Jalen Hurts, I expect Justin Fields to have a similar year to that, about 3,100 yards, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, maybe run for 800 yards, 10 rushing touchdowns. The big key for this team is going to be blitzing and defense. And I really think, when everything is said and done, by the time I park my ass in the seats for the opener, I'll be all excited for a big W and at least 10-7 season. I'm not going to go as far as to say we're going to be 17-0, but I am positive. Unlike JJ, by the way, who really is a phony positive Jet fan. Jake, let's
He's
be
a
real.
phony. What? How is he a phony positive Jet fan?
Come on, Jake. The guy has been negative as hell. He's only giving these positive takes to make him a little better, more favored in the chat. I mean, big fella knows it. These guys know it. And I want to say one thing to Gary. I want a list of 5 people. It seems like he's a little ageist. He doesn't want Brigga babysitting, which I would leave Dave Brigga with my kids. I think he could teach him some nice things about history. I think Gary's afraid that he'll talk Decker into saying there was a man did land on the moon, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem in his family. I think that's a big issue for Gary, right, Jake? But I don't think he could deny me babysitting his kids because, as you know, I'm a great grandfather, like it says in my little promo speech. So from that perspective, I'm back on the positive gravy train. However, I'm still, as many games as we win, I'm sure if Aaron Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh or any of the other teams that want him to be quarterback, I think there's 4 of them right now. For so bad as he was, I guess there's 4 teams waiting for him to make a decision, right, Jake?
I think it's at least 3, but sure.
At least 3. I wouldn't be so sure if San Francisco might give up Brock Purdy to get Aaron Rodgers. That's maybe a 50-50 shot. What's that, Jake?
They're not going to get rid of Purdy, but I see your point, Neil. I'm glad the positivity is starting to flow.
Minnesota is really look. Minnesota looks like they're turning into the favorite here, and that might be something to think about. But I will tell you this: Stephen A. Smith's a big Steeler fan, and he says he's a bad man, and he would love to have Rodgers on the Steelers. So I'm not so sure. There's not any teams that don't want him. I think he's washed. There's a lot of people out there that don't, but I won't talk about Rodgers any longer. That's the past. I put his jersey in the closet next to Sanchez and all the other jerseys, Mike White and all my other wonderful jerseys.
Mike White.
Of past people that donned the Jets logo. And we'll see what happens. I certainly will buy a jersey for Aaron Rodgers on his next team.
Hey, hold on, Neil. Jay questioned a good question. Did you see the Gorman footage? What did you think was happening there?
I didn't watch that Gorman footage. What was that about?
So take a look here. This is the controversy on the show before you called in earlier. Did Charles Gorman really wipe his ass on Bobby Midnight's show earlier today?
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
What do you think?
Which picture was he? Which picture was he?
All right, bottom left. Bottom left. Here we go.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just working my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
He definitely looks like he was in the John. What he was doing there was nobody's business. He could have been looking at the porn inside the bathroom. That might be another theory, a conspiracy theory we might look at. What do you think about that theory?
Neil? Great point.
Could be.
These goddamn exploding cigars. I gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
All right. Last chance to get a raffle entry. Indy Jets, I see you're on the line here. I'm going to get you and Philly Noodles connected. But do you guys live near each other? I thought Philly Noodles is in Carolina.
No, I live in Carolina now.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. We'll make that connection then.
I wanted to congratulate Neil on no longer being a fake Jets fan.
Ladies and gentlemen, Indy Jets. I love it. Indy, we got to get you at the draft party. It'd be great to meet you in person. All right. This guy's competing tomorrow. I hope to God his internet works here. Robert C., you're next. What do you got, Robert? Unmute your mic, Robert. Robert, unmute your mic. Robert C would be a 1 seed if he knew how to call in regularly. Robert, unmute the mic. Hit the mic icon that you see bottom left, I think, on StreamYard if you're calling in from the phone, it looks like. Hit that. That will get you on the air. Like audio-wise on the air. Right? We see your beautiful face and hair flowing in the wind. Robert? Robert, see? Robert, we can't hear you, but we see you. And boy, do you look good. Boy, do you look good. Robert, are you there? Robert C. Robert, unmute your microphone. And then we could hear you. That would be great if Robert C. unmuted his mic. Robert. Can a muted Robert C. defeat Rick Kent tomorrow morning? That's the question. I don't have the answers. I don't know if Robert has the answers. He might, but we can't hear the answers. That's the problem. Like, it's certainly possible he does have the answers, but we don't know. Right now, we're all just waiting. I'll tell you what. Robert C's calls are always memorable, going back to his first ever call this summer on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone with the greatest camera quality you will ever see. Robert C is up next. Hello, Robert.
So I try to pull up your channel on YouTube. What the Jets need to do is win.
Robert, thank you for the call. I don't know if that's your camera, if you're hanging out with Weed the People, if you're in a sauna, but that was great. Memorable always, that Robert C. Hit the like button if you haven't. Ladies and gentlemen, a second caller from Australia is on the line, but we learned he's actually based in Finland. Australian Jet fan is next. Hello, Australian Jet fan. How's Finland?
It's very nice. It keeps on snowing, which I wasn't expecting in March. I'm not used to snow. But I can confirm that Australia did go crazy after the Craig-Sarah matchup. Like the Prime Minister called off work and school for the day. They had a massive watch party in Federation Square. It's pretty much like a national event.
Wow. I figured it would be. I mean, they called it the Battle Down Under, loser leaves the continent match. It really, and what's great too, is it really lived up to the hype as well.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. People are already calling for Sarah to be deported now, which is sad, but people say that if you want to compete, you have to suffer the consequences, which I think is fair enough. But also,
she has to live with Hawk. That's her punishment.
I'm learning about the very mysterious Robert C now. I think after that call, I think it definitely has boosted his chances of winning.
So you think a muted Robert C there just boosted his chances of defeating Rick Kent, who is articulate and can actually call in?
There's just a bit of mystery behind him, I reckon. People are gonna want to see more to unveil that mystery.
Yeah, I tell you what, Robert C, I've said it. If he had called regularly, he would not be an 8 seed. He'd be a lot higher. His calls are electric.
But to real Jets football right now. So I did see the Derek Stingley contract, and I wanted to ask, when is Sauce due to get paid?
Whenever the Jets want to extend him, if he would take an extension, which I think he would.
No,
He's under contract for 2 more years.
2 more years. Okay, yeah, because Stingley, even though I think he's a good cornerback, he's not an elite cornerback, he's not up there with Sauce and Surtain. So in the great NFL contract inflation, where everyone's just getting handed bags, Daniel Jones got how much from the Colts, and he can barely throw a football. I think that the Jets are going to be spending big on Garrett Wilson and Sauce.
They should look to lock up both. The thing with Sauce, if you look at his body of work, it's better than Stingley's. Stingley's coming off an unbelievable year, which is my argument just to pay Sauce because it's not going to go down. The cap goes up every year. Sauce wants to be here. He's a good leader. I trust Aaron Glenn to get him back to playing like a first-team All-Pro. I would sign Sauce today if I could. And I think the fact that they waited now till after Stingley, that was my whole thing. Get out in front of it before Stingley gets paid because Stingley was going to reset the market as I expected, and that's exactly what happened, and the Jets didn't do it in time.
Do you think that they're going to I feel like Sauce would want to wait another year because he would 100% know that this year is not the best football he can play. I feel like he'll want to get another season through so he can get his value up because
guys want to be paid though. It's guaranteed money. He's on a rookie deal. If you offered him $31 million a year, so he beats Stingley by $1 million, I think he'd take it.
Yeah, I mean the future's there. I mean, I just hope they don't. I really, really don't want to see them waste guys like Garrett Wilson and Sauce. I want to see them on the team. I want to see them be there when we have success, if that ever happens. But
that'd be nice. Craig with a great question for you, though, Australian Jet fan. He says, AJF. The question is, who did you vote for?
I'm actually a bit disappointed that he doesn't know the answer to that. I was very, very vocal multiple times on who I was voting for.
I think he just wants to hear you say it again.
Australian Jets fan that lives in Finland, voted for you, Craig. I voted for you.
There it is.
I voted for the OG. He's been around longer. I couldn't make an argument to vote against him.
You didn't fall for the simp trap that Sarah was trying to lay on those in the community.
No. But I'm telling Craig now, I'm coming for you next year.
Oh, and we run it back with a different Aussie first round matchup. You're going to be in this tournament, Australia Jet fan.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
I love it. Well, great call, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Australian Jet fan coming to us from Finland on the line there. We have an Austrian Jet fan. We have an Australian Jet fan. We actually have multiple callers from Australia. We're international on this show. I'm curious, who's coming the farthest for our draft party next month? I invited Boom, come down from Canada to make the trip. That'd be a far hike. Clinton Hall, people, RSVP. We'll shout you out on the show. I think we have about 200 RSVP tickets available in general admission. There's no guarantee I could add more after that. So please, please, please get your ticket. All right. We had 450 people show up for Monday Night Football Week 1 against the Niners. So I'm very confident that a Jet channel that has 41,000 subscribers could sell this baby out. So get your spot today. All right. I'm going to try this one more time. He really is a man of mystery today. What is on his mind? We don't know. We could see he's got a lot he wants to say, but we don't know what he's saying. Robert C. is back. Hello, Robert.
Jay, can you hear me?
Yes, Robert. Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
You hear me, Jay?
I can't hear you, Robert.
I'm trying to do a bucket challenge.
What is this, 2014? This is incredible.
That's what I got to do for the tournament.
He's doing the Ice Bucket Challenge in 2025. What year is this? Oh, my God.
Yes.
We don't know. Oh, now he's going to watch the replay of the show like he's Beastbreaker. Robert, great to see you, man. You look tremendous.
Yes, Robert. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wait a minute. I could be heard.
No way, man. This can't be real.
I'm trying to do a bucket challenge. Wait a minute. I could be heard. I got it.
Oh, my God. Robert C. Robert C. You're the man, Robert C. You'll hear this in 20 minutes. But I want you to know that this Ice Bucket Challenge in March of 2025 is truly revolutionizing your chances, I think, against Rick Kent tomorrow. How does Rick Kent respond to this?
I have to do something. It might give me some points, right?
Oh my God, he's so delayed.
Wait a minute, I couldn't. All right, I got it through then. I got what I
You're
could.
wet as hell.
Yeah. I got in what I was trying to do, right? So that's good.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been
We're just listening in on Robert C. and Tammy.
With protein. I don't think anybody believes what you're doing.
Repair muscle. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still on.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, Robert.
All this conversation in my house. Oh.
Jay.
You're wet as hell, Robert.
Well, how is everyone? That's exactly what I thought. I know the bucket challenge is 10 years ago. I said I may as well bring the bucket challenge. I need to make a splash because, Rick Kent's a good guy and, he has an advantage over me. I had to take drastic measures.
I think your call today was perfect, Robert.
Yeah, I wanted to wait on it. So that's why. And I think it's better to do it now than tomorrow.
Now, Robert, how are you so delayed, but now you're hearing what I'm saying? What changed?
I don't know. And I assumed you said you couldn't hear me. I come back in and it turns out that I could be heard. I was a little confused. I thought you still couldn't hear me.
Your mic was on mute the first time you tried to call in, but we could see you. We just couldn't hear what you were saying.
I couldn't get to the controls.
I see. Well,
on my phone, I was looking for the controls. The controls wouldn't appear even.
I understand. Now, let me ask you this, Robert. Obviously, Rick Kent is an OG of this show. Your thoughts on what you think the chat should consider when it comes to you voting for him versus you tomorrow?
I know he has an advantage, right? I just have to take direct. I needed to do something to. I needed to do something to promote myself.
I would say you definitely have promoted yourself.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this, Robert. The chat wants you to weigh in on the controversy involving Charles Gorman today. Were you following that saga?
He was standing up, and it did sound like wipe, but he was standing up as far as and Tammy said she thinks he was washing his hands, but he couldn't be. There was no faucet or anything around.
He was washing his hands.
I didn't see a faucet.
He was standing up over us.
Was this on your show or Bobby show?
This was on the Bobby show. I'm going to play the footage again for you, Robert, so you can get an up-close and personal view on it. All right, here we go.
Are you still there?
All right.
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm
He's
just
washing his hands. He's on the top of the sink.
Okay, that's
Don't see anything yet. Sounds like wiping, but I couldn't see the video though.
You want me to play it again?
Yeah, but from what I saw, he was standing up. From what I saw.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wiping my hands right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Wiping my ass. It sounds.
So it looked more like he was washing his hands, but it sounded like he said wiping now.
Yeah, it does sound like he said wiping my ass.
Who's Tammy voting for tomorrow?
Tammy's voting for me.
Are you sure?
I love Rick.
She loves Rick Kent, but she's voting for me. I think in the bracket, you had about the same amount of points as me in the brackets, though. I think
my bracket took a beating with Beastbreaker going down so early.
Right. And I did vote for Scott over Hamburger. I thought I meant to vote for Hamburger, but I voted for Scott. I mean, I'd have another point if it wasn't for that.
Who'd you vote for in the Australian matchup, Craig or Sarah?
Craig.
Really? How come?
I just like him. I just like his talk about the Jets and about Australia and all that. So nothing against Sarah
He's a
though.
very interesting man. He seems to love everybody.
Right.
He has a big heart.
Now, Robert, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on Jay Quest and Bobby going at it?
I mean, I think Jay Quest could have a chance against Bobby. I guess it depends on how it goes. I mean, like when they interact against each other, whatever. But I mean, I think Jay Quest is capable of beating Bobby, but Bobby can win also. I mean, I think it's like a match that can go either way, and I'm sure the people in the chat would agree with that. It could go either way.
Do you see yourself winning tomorrow, Robert? What does your gut tell you? Are you confident you're going to get through?
No, I mean, I think this might have helped a little bit, but I don't. I mean, it might sound stupid for me not to be confident in myself, but I mean, the odds are what they are, I mean, I just tried to do something,
Now, let me ask you this, Robert.
I mean,
you're known to be a
Rick
great
gives a lot
singer.
of membership for this channel and all that, so that's an advantage, So.
But I don't know if Rick Kent can sing like you can, Robert. Any way you could sing us a little Sinatra on your way out of here, that might get you some votes.
It's up to you, New York, New York. Anybody?
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones who make the show rock. I'm the king, I'm the Jew.
God, that is a great matchup tomorrow. I love both callers. Rick's awesome. Robert C., I mean, you just saw why he's awesome. I mean, wow. That's a battle tomorrow. That's the first show tomorrow. Sabo's on for that one. It's tomorrow at 10. Gator, I'll save this for tomorrow. Gator just sent me something from Beast that we'll save it for tomorrow. We'll tease for the people. God. What a show this was, huh? I felt like I owed you guys a longer show because we only did one today because I was flying in the morning today. We're back tomorrow with 2. Obviously, the matchup in the morning. It's Robert C. and Rick Kent. But before we get to that matchup, we got to declare a winner in our opening train region round of 64 matchup. And come on, people. Did you think there'd be any doubt? The lane train is moving on. He wins over 25 in blowout fashion. We will get you a final score. It's 81-18 with 679 votes that were cast. Hey, that's no knock on 25. 25 is awesome. Great supporter of the channel. He just ran into the lane train. And Lane came into this tournament red hot with the Dixon Hole of it all. So 25, good fight, good battle. He ran into that lane train. All right. Before we get out of here, please get your tickets to the draft party. Please, please, please. Your ticket includes a raffle entry. That gets you a signed Sauce Gardner jersey, Jermaine Johnson jersey, or Nick Mangold jersey. Your chance to win each of those. Other prizes too, but those are the big ones. I want to shout that out now. $30. You get a drink included with your ticket. Think about that. And the raffle entry. Plus, I will start announcing special guests joining us that night when we lock them in. If you want to buy your ticket, It is linked in the description. You'll see what the ticket site looks like here. We got general admission and VIP tables that you can reserve for your group. It's basically $70 a person if you want a guaranteed seat. Comes out to $450 for your group of 5. With, by the way, $100 of that $450 going towards your food and beverage tab anyway, which is a $200 minimum per table. Venue's awesome. You guys are going to love it. It's right in Midtown, right near Penn Station and Grand Central, so easy to get to for everyone. Thank you all. What a show. There's always something on this show. On that note, let's get out of here. We're back tomorrow. Hopefully Charles calls in and we break down what really happened with what they're calling Whitegate.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wiping my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
We're not done. Oscar the Ground, super chat at the buzzer. Rick Kent has 24 hours to respond. Will Rick Kent call in the morning to respond? That's the question. All right. Anyway, here's more Charles wiping his butt. Or was he? I don't know.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wiping my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.